Troy Hawkins to Billy McMillan. The lace up the middle. That scores pinch runner Ryan Jackson. Tigers pull closer now 3-2. Detroit threatening now. 2 runners on for the Tigers. Shane Halter facing Bob Wells. We have 1 out. Halter right back to Denny Hocking at second. The rookie Jermaine Clark caught napping. The double play will end the game, and the Twins win 3-2. The Twins ruin the Tigers' first opening day complete game in 12.
7th, tied at 3. Bobby Higginson, the home run to right. That one's going to drop into the bullpen, his first of the season, and the Tigers lead at 4-3. Top 9th, Detroit reliever Todd Jones. A little trouble with the door there coming out. Bases loaded, top 9. Mientkiewicz, the fly ball to right. That's going to score Corey Koskie on the sac fly. All tied up at 4. Top 10th, Twins leading 5-4. C.J. Nitkowski facing Denny Hocking. Nitkowski, the wild pitch scores Luis Rivas, 6-4 Twins. Next pitch, Hocking launches one to left. That's going to score a pair of runs. And the Twins lead at 8-4. Nitkowski gets pulled after pitching a 3rd inning with 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Twins hold on to win. Main dive presented with his 2000 Gold Glove. Bottom first, no score. Joe Mays facing Mike Sweeney. Mays K's Sweeney on a high fastball. Top 3rd, still no score. Tom Prince takes Brian Meadows deep to left field. Twins lead 1-0. Prince's first home run of the season. Top 4th, same score. Corey Koskie at bat with a runner on. Koskie airs this one out to right, a 2-run shot. Twins lead at 3-0. Koskie's first home run of the season. Bottom 4th, same score. Joe Mays is cruising. K's Carlos Beltran looking. Twins win it 6-2. Mays, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 K, 2 earned runs.
And the Yankees to open up the year, so they're looking for their first win still. Royals and Twins. Mark Redmond on the hill. Joe Randa was 0 for 15 before he took that out. Got a 1-1 game, and the Royals fans are fired up. Here in the 4th, still 1-1. Jeff Suppan on the hill. Luis Rivas with this drive, and Mark Quinn, the diving grab. He's been sensational on both sides.
Right. Mark Quinn's not a particularly good outfielder. Beautiful play there. If he proves his defense, he's going to be a great player someday.
Meantime, some defensive problems on the other end,
right.
Tim.
This is Luis Rivas, the second baseman. Very, very difficult son. Very difficult win, and he still should have caught that ball. Major leaguers catch it all the time. And here's Mark Quinn going the other way. Very, very strong. Came up last year, 2 homers in one of his first games. Difficult play by Matt Lawton. Dwight Evans catches that ball. Matt Lawton didn't.
Meantime here, Carlos Beltran with the bases loaded puts that in. We got 2 runs coming in here. McCarty, Hector Ortiz. It's a 4-1 game. Now with 2 on and 2 outs, Denny Hocking here in center field. Dibs, can you, I mean, the guy must be sweating.
And he makes a catch. Well, right here, he just stays with it. He's got his eye on the ball. He's bobbing a little bit. Makes a catch.
He's thinking 2 on, 2 out. In a bit of trouble. Roberto Hernandez in the 9th. Finally gets into a save situation. Gets Chad Allen with the double play, 2 outs. Doug Mientkiewicz there, and he struck him out. Hernandez said it's great to have the crowd on its feet in April, and the Royals finally get one.
Royals avoid 0-5. The only 2 teams in history that have started 0-5 and gone to the playoffs. 74 Pirates, 95 Reds.
Yeah, Randa snapping the 0 for 15 start. Mike Sweeney, who was awesome in spring training, 1 for 19.
In Minnesota for the Twins home opener, bottom 3. Cristian Guzmán off Steve Sparks into right, a double, little drive in 2. Guzmán 2 for 4. He also homered, drove in 3. Minnesota led 2-1 at that point. In the 5th, it's a 7-1 Twins lead. Damian Easley into left. Jacque Jones fields it. Javier Cardona running for a home, and look at the throw. No hop. Twins win 11-5. How's this sound? The first place Minnesota Twins. More than 46,000 fans on.
Tied at 2, couple of men on for David Ortiz against Matt Parasho. And Ortiz votes that one right off the island. Tribe has spoken. 3rd homer of the year. 3-run shot. Twins have a 5-2 lead. Top 4. Look at Corey Koskie getting a rug burn and peg across the diamond. Get Davy Cruz. Bottom 5. Old Earl Weaver formula still works. Brian Buchanan. Heath Murray. Twins' second 3-run shot of the game. Twins win at 8-2. That was Buchanan's first. Minnesota
Twins hosting the tie. Oh, hijinks and tomfoolery in a first-place club. Bottom of the 4th, Twins up 3-1. Tom Prince off Dave Malicki. Prince's second of the season. It's 4-1. Next batter, Cristian Guzmán. He's malicking his chops. That's high. pretty far. Here's some baggies. Guzmán, 13th homer for the Twins this season, his second. They had 116 all last season. Corey Koskie trying to jack one out as well, but Bobby Higginson is there to make the play on that one. Somebody stays in the park, thank goodness. And the Twins, they can play defense just as well. Billy McMillan, the shot. Louis Rivas, nice pick and turns the DP. Twins go on and sweep the Tigers. 12-1 is your final. The Twins did get that third jack for the first 3 homer games since last June.
Redmond facing Maglio Ordonez. That's a shot, and it's good enough to get over the wall to give the White Sox a 3-2 lead.
You can put it on the ball.
Yeah, who can repeat that? 4-2 with the bases full. Bob Kielty, double play right. Herbert Perry makes a low throw, hits the bat at the plate. Matt Lawton, Corey Koskie come in to score, and we have a tie game, folks, at 4. Twins finding ways to win ball games. Meanwhile, after Cristian Guzmán sac fly, A.J. Pierzynski. Luis Rivas with a pop-up double. White Sox can't track it down. Another run comes home. Rivas moves to second. The Twins win. 7-4 the final score. Aren't we all happy for the Twins? Bunch of guys you don't know who make little money are 7-2. Minnesota scores in each of the first 5 innings, 13 hits in all. Mark Redmond allows 5 hits in 7 innings. He struck out 6 and he walked 2.
Number. Carl Malone and John Stockton hoping to see some assists in this game. Thomas takes Radke's pitch out. The big hurt, 3rd of the year. White Sox are up 2-0. That was in the first, and it looked like doomsday for Minnesota.
Baseball that they rub up with that mud.
Speaking of doomsday, that roof can cause all sorts of problems.
The Twins, they usually take fly balls out here, so they shouldn't be losing. But you see Hawking lose the ball there. You see Carlos Lee lose the ball. Look at Guzmán. Those guys are having problems, and it's their home turf. It shouldn't happen to them.
Doug Mientkiewicz, hammer time. 2-run shot to right center. 2nd home run of the year. It's 5-3 Twins. Radke seemed to get a little more comfortable later.
Yeah, well, this is one of Brad Radke's most important starts ever as a Twin, facing David Wells. He gave up 4 hits in the first inning, 4 hits the next 7 innings. You saw him strike out Carlos Lee, strike out Chris Singleton, get the double play ball, and Ray Durham. Really wound up as a great day for Brad Radke.
They're loaded in a huge night for Dougie Mientkiewicz with the bases loaded. The toughest fielding play is a left-hander shooting one down the 3rd baseline. A throw home isn't in time. Smile, my friend. The Twins take care of the White Sox by a score of 9-4.
Eric Milton coming out. SM Oaken, first batter of the game. Ray Durham looking. Next up, Jose Valentin looking. Frank Thomas looking. Milton strikes out the side. In the 2nd inning, Ordonez leads off. Looking, Milton struck out the first 4 hitters he faced, 10 on the day. Top of the 5th, no score, runner on 3rd for Chris Singleton. Luis Rivas throws home. Tom Prince, nice block and hose on Carlos Lee. Bottom of the 5th, still scoreless, 2 on for Corey Koskie. The other way, Cristian Guzmán scores. Koskie 4-hit day, 4 for 4. 2 runs, scored an RBI, part of a 3-run inning there. Top of the 6th, Frank Thomas off pick to click. 2-run shot brings the White Sox within 1, 3-2. Thomas's 4th homer of the year. Top of the 8th, Twins up 4-3. 2-on-2 out for Carlos Lee, and Bob Wells gets him looking. LaTroy Hawkins later got his 2nd save, and the Minnesota Twins stand at 9-2 for the first time ever. 6-0 at home for the first time ever. 7 games over 500 for the first time in 9 years. Swept back-to-back series for the first time in 7 years. And swept Chicago at the Metrodome for the first time in the 20-year history of the building. And that fact is particularly jarring because the Metrodome has been around for 20 seasons.
First time ever, top 1, Jermaine Dye. Say hello to my little friend. Off Joe Mays and gone to straightaway. Center is 3rd. Royals lead 2-0. Top 3, this is Mark Quinn, and that's a home run, a 2-run shot off Mays. Quinn's 6th. His hitting streak up to 12 games. He's 7 for 15 against Minnesota this year. Bottom 5, Doug Mientkiewicz, a solo shot is 3rd, and now the Twins are back within 2. It was 4-3. Bottom 7, bases full, 2 outs. Corey Koskie trying to be the hero, but he can't get it done. And the Royals still are up 4-3. Twins down 5-3. Bottom 9, Roberto Hernandez making it interesting again. Denny Hawking to first, Dave McCarty. Nice catch. They double him off at 2nd. DP, the Royals hold on 5-3, snapping the Twins' 6-game winning streak. Joe Mays gets the loss, even though he settled down nicely, retiring 10 straight at one point and getting 16 ground ball outs. 3 of Kansas City's 4 wins this season have come against Minnesota, while all 3 of the Twins' losses this year have come against the Royals.
The last place Royals, bottom 8, 3-2. Doug Mientkiewicz singling, little bingo. Corey Koskie scoring from second. The game is tied at 3. Next batter. There he is, Bobby Kilty. Chops one down the left field line. Third base ump Eric Cooper says that's a fair ball. Mientkiewicz going to motor home all the way from first to make it a 4-3 Twins lead. Royals manager Tony Muser disagrees with Eric Cooper. He decides to talk about it. And then Cooper says go home. Twins score 4 in the 8th and win 5-3. It's their 8th come-from-behind victory of the season. The Royals bullpen blows its 5th save in 8 chances.
Sox at the Metrodome last weekend. The Twins back for 3 at Comiskey with that rotation all lined up for Chicago, with Radke going Friday, Milton Saturday, and on Sunday, Joe Mays, who's 4-0 lifetime against the White Sox. Radke Friday looking to become this season's first 4-0 pitcher. Top 2 Twins down 1-0. This is David Ortiz, and yes, that's a home run, a solo shot off Jim Parquet. Number 4 for Ortiz. He was 3 for 4. Top 6, Corey Koskie. To deep right off Jim Parquet, a 2-run shot. Koskie second. It's 3-1 Minnesota. Parquet Friday, 9 innings, allowing only 4 runs on 7 hits. Bottom 6, Twins up 4-1. Radke strikes out Jose Valentin, then Frank Thomas. He K'd the side in the 6th, and here in the 8th, he rings up Harold Baines. Radke went the distance, allowing only 1 run on 7 hits. He struck out 6. Bottom 9, 2 outs, 1 on. Radke gets Paul Konerko to ground into the force, and the Twins win 4-1. Brad Radke beats the White Sox for the 2nd time in less than a week to become the Major League's first 4-game winner. Jim Parquet pitches his first career complete game, but is still winless in 4 starts this year. Twins have won 12 of 15 to start the season, the franchise's best start since a 12-3 beginning in 1972. Totally rad. Brad Radke, as you can see, has been money through 4 starts. 4-0, a 2.23 ERA. Through his first 4 starts last year, Radke 1-5, 1-2, 5.19. Note the strikeout to walk ratio this year, just over 6-1.
After sweeping the O's in
This Baldwin, first start since last October, back from the arm trouble. Torii Hunter off the DL for Minnesota. Looky here, not a bad way to come off the DL. Twins up 1-0, and watch Hunter now in the bottom of the 4th on defense. Julio Ramirez, Hunter, Torii Hunter. Great catch. Top 8, tied at 3. First and third for Denny Hocking. The second, Ray Durham goes for the double play. Hocking is safe. Run scores. Twins do it again. Break up the Twins. They win at 4-3. They've now won 5 in a row over Chicago.
Finished up business in Chicago. This is Maglio Ordonez, bottom of the 3rd. White Sox already up 1-0, and Ordonez thinks he's put his team up 3-0. Jacque Jones brings it back, and worth another look. It's pitching and defense and timely hitting with the Twins. That's the defense. Great pitching. As for the hitting, David Ortiz gone. 2-run homer with a game tied at 2. Twins up 4-2, and that would be the final. Twins have defeated the Sox 6 consecutive times over the last 2 weekends. Minnesota has won.
Best winning percentage in baseball belongs to the Twins at the Fens. Joe Kerrigan, the Sox pitching coach, talking to Paxton Crawford. He gave up 3 in the first. Carl Everett takes strike 1, swings at strike 2. Fishing outside and then fishing high and tight. He went down on 3 pitches. Mark Redmond had a couple of Ks on the night. Bottom 2, Everett has another chance. 3-1, the bases are juiced, and Carl Everett is logged on. Grand slam, his 3rd homer, and Boston takes the lead 5-3. Bottom 4 Twins with terrific defense. Corey Koskie robbing Darren Lewis, and then Chris Steins, who would have had a 4-hit night if not for Corey Koskie. I'd try somebody else. Jose Offerman's the next man, and he does. Doug Mientkiewicz just pegged after the stop, and 1-2-3 innings. Pretty as you please. Bottom 5, Dante's up, and it is gone. Bichette with his first homer, just his 2nd RBI of the season. Red Sox have a 6-3 lead. Top 8 at 7-4. Mientkiewicz up in Wakefield. Oh, the knuckleball was heavy. It shattered the bat. Wakefield went 4, gave up 2 hits, just 1 run. Bottom 8. And look who's up again. Manny Ramirez, 3 for 5, pushes that average to 429. He's got 22 RBI on the season, and the Red Sox cool off the Twins just a bit.
Top of the first, Pedro off to the quick start, striking out David Ortiz. 10 Ks in 6 innings, 2 runs allowed for Martinez. 2-0 Red Sox, 2 on for Craig Graybeck. Graybeck, it's a foul pop behind first. Doug Mientkiewicz. Mientkiewicz, great catch. Then Jason Varitek trying to score, but A.J. Pierzynski blocking the plate, and Varitek is out. Take another look, because this is an awesome play from start to finish. The catch by Mientkiewicz. Then he gets up. The throw to Denny Hocking. The relay to Pierzynski for the sweet out. Top 9, 3-2 Red Sox. Jacque Jones on second. Pierzynski up, 2 out against Rod Beck. Pierzynski 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. A monster. It's a double that scores Jones, Beck's first blown save. We are tied at 3. Top 10, still tied, bases full for Torii Hunter against Rolando Araujo. Hunter down the line into the corner. Matt Lawton, Corey Koskie, Doug Mientkiewicz all score. Hunter hitting .333. He had 3 of the Twins' 10 hits, and the Twins go on to stun Boston at Fenway. LaTroy Hawkins has now saved 20 in a row dating back to last season. He has never blown a save in his career.
And the Red Sox, Hideo Nomo already with 1 no-hitter this season. Top 1, Corey Koskie, down he goes. Bottom of the second, it's Eric Milton, former Yankee prospect, part of that Chuck Knobloch deal a handful of years back. Mike Lansing to center. Dante Bichette's coming in. Dante Bichette makes it 1-0 Boston. Back to Nomo. A developing situation. Doug Mientkiewicz. Down he goes. Nomo a no-no through 6. Could it happen again? Top 7. First batter of the inning is Torii Hunter. To right. Darren Lewis. Sliding hit or an error. Watch it again. Ruled a hit. Turned out Nomo went 7 innings. That's the only hit he gave up. He struck out 8. Derek Lowe in. Down goes Brian Buchanan. And the Red Sox win at 2-zip. So Nomo gives up just 1 hit in those 7 innings. The last pitcher with 2 no-hitters in 1.
First inning, 2 outs, 2 on. It's Doug Mientkiewicz. Bombing away to right, and that's way out of there. His 4th home run of the season. Mientkiewicz with a couple bombs on the night. Bottom 7, Luis Rivas leading off. Taking Jose Mercedes deep. Chris Richard, the over-the-shoulder catch. I guess it's easier when you smash into a garbage bag. Top 9, Cal Ripken. Off Bob Wells. Ripken's 2nd home run in his last 2 games. That made it 6-3 Twins. 2 out in the 9th. LaTroy Hawkins on, trying to close it down. He's got Brady Anderson going the other way. Jacque Jones, excellent left fielder, makes the catch. And the Twins win again. They've won 9 out of 10. The O's and the Twins, Brooke Fordyce up in a 1-for-28 slump. This will cheer him up. End of the paper. The O's take the 2-1 lead. Same score, Mike Bordick coming to the dish. Bordick right up the middle. Brady Anderson going to try Torii Hunter. The Twins have a great outfield defense, and Anderson is vaporized. Take another look. Hunter chucking, and Tom Prince standing right there at home plate, and for some reason Brady decided not to slide inning over. Bottom 7, Prince up, Hunter on 3rd. Fly ball to shallow center. Melvin Mora going to return the favor as he comes up and guns down Torii Hunter on the 2-hopper. Score remains 2-1. The O's go on to win this one. 5-2 your final. Tom Prince did hit his 3rd homer to tie a career high. Doug Mientkiewicz, 2 homers Friday, 2 doubles Saturday.
Place Minnesota Twins. And part of the Risen defense, Jacque Jones robs Mike Ruhlman Bordick. Nice catch. Chris Richard at first for Baltimore, top 4.
Well, this is a funny old play right here. Remember Lloyd Mosby and the throw back and forth, back and forth? When Richard knocks the ball loose, he says, I'm going to go to second. Penarski, the catcher, comes up and throws a rope, and they got him. Is that a crazy play?
Wow. Then you'll see a lot of them today. Look, here it is again.
Well, he does a great job. Now, they got in bad position. They had the pitcher trying to field in the situation. Catcher backing up, comes up, makes a strong throw to get him. Oh, well, keep running until they tag you.
Cristian Guzmán leading off bottom 4. Pass Richard into the corner. You know Guzmán can run. Mother Guzmán with his 6th triple of the year. We haven't had a man at 20 triples in the majors in like 60 years. He would score later, make it 1-0. Then Corey Koskie, the 3rd baseman. Over the hefty bag, gone off Pat Enkin. 2-run shot, 3-0 Twinks. You can't call them the Twins. They're the Twins. 4-0 top 6. J.C. Cesar Romero. He's not playing the Joker anymore. Gets Cal Ripken swinging on the fastball. And how about Romero? His first win in 12 starts for the Twins. He went 6 innings, a shutout ball. LeTroy Hawkins.
Become the league's first 5-game winner, but he had to take on the suddenly warm Yankees coming off the sweep of the A's. Pictures, descriptions, and accounts. Let's go to the hermetically sealed Metrodome for this one, the opener of a 3-game set, the Yankees and the Twins. Bottom of the second, David Ortiz ripping one off the wall. We're going to show you the entirety of the Twins offense in this one. Doug Mientkiewicz comes up and deposits the baseball in center field. Ortiz laboring around third. He will score. Mientkiewicz extends his career-high hitting streak to 13 games, 1-0 Twins. Top 4, Tino Martinez up against Radke, 1 down, and Tino. Bye-bye. That was the entirety of the Yankees offense. We're tied at 1, Tino's 5th of the season. Bottom 7, Mientkiewicz again. Taking Pettit deep to right. He's got the old school socks. Looks a little like Rusty Staub out there. His 6th of the year, 2-1 Twins. He is batting .380 on the season. Andy Pettit nonplus. Top 8, Radke still in there facing Derek Jeter. And Jeter grounds out to Corey Koskie. Radke induced 18 ground ball outs in this one. Top 9, 2 outs for Radke facing Jorge Posada. Be gone with ye. Radke goes the distance and the Twins win it. 2-1 your final. He becomes the first 5-game winner in baseball. He's the first pitcher in franchise history.
Game 2 between the Yanks and those red-hot Twins. Top of the second, Bernie Williams hitting in the number 2 spot. Lines one into left. Alfonso Soriano, he scores. Bernie 2 for 5. It's 1-0 Yankees. Bottom of the third, Mike Mussina cruising. Gets Cristian Guzmán swinging. Same inning, gets Jason Maxwell. Mussina K10. Top of the 6th, same score. Eric Milton facing David Justice, and Justice is served. His 5th homer of the year, solo job. It's 2-0 Yankees. Top of the 7th, Jorge Posada. Lining one to center. It's going to bring home Derek Jeter. 1 of 2 hits for Posada. It is 3-0 Bronx Bombers. Bottom of the 9th, it's 4-0. Mussina looking for the complete game. Maxwell, grounder to Scott Brocious, stays with it nicely and gets him at first. And that is your ball game. Yanks win at 4-0. Career shutout number 16 for Mussina, who picks up his 2nd win of the year. He is now 17-2 in his
Every game at the Metrodome, 1 on, 2 out, no score. Joe Mays 0-3 lifetime against the Yanks, but he's acrobatic, robbing Chuck Knobloch, inning over. Still no score in the 4th, 2 outs. Bernie Williams. To second it goes. Luis Rivas, great diving stop, throwing to first for the out. It's not just about the offense for these Twins. Bottom 5, nobody on, 1 out. Torii Hunter. Speaking of offense, El Duque not himself. A solo home run for Hunter. Twins up 1-0 on Hunter's 2nd of the year. Bottom 8 now, 2 out, bases full. Hernandez inside hits Hunter in the hands. Run comes in, Twins up 2-1. Don Zimmer, Joe Torre disgusted with the call. El Duque as well. Take another look. Do they have a case? Check out the pitch. Just hits Hunter on the hand. Tough call. Later in the inning, Doug Mientkiewicz singles to right. 2 runs would come in on that money hit. 4 for 4 was Doug Mientkiewicz, continuing his hit streak. The Twins up 4-1. Same inning, same score. The third base umpire, Angel Hernandez, calling time. Why? Why else? Pointing to Knobloch and the Yanks to get off the field. Are those fans in left field at it again? Manager Tom Kelly goes out to warn these fans, stop it already. This is embarrassing. Take a listen to the PA announcer.
Your attention, please. If the trouble does not stop in left field, the game will be forfeited and the Yankees will win. Now quit this.
Knobloch, of course, a former Twin who was asked to be traded back in '98. Chuck and Tom Kelly talking it over. Tom just disgusted with the fans, and Chuck, well, he needs an umbrella to cover his head. Back to the action. Paul O'Neill. That's personal history right there. His 2000th career hit. Same inning now. Yanks down 2 outs. Hawkins. Jorge Posada, game over. Twins hang on and win a wild one, taking 2 of 3 from the Yanks. Winning pitcher Joe Mays has now given up 2 runs or less in all but 1 of his 6 starts.
Jacque Jones stepping up. Minnesota up 1-0, and Jones sticks it into right. His first RBI in almost a month as Corey Koskie scores. David Ortiz going to try Jermaine Dye, and Ortiz's lunch meat. He is Kato salami. Top 5, runner on third, 2 outs. Twins up 3-0 now. Ortiz, uh-oh.
Yes, come in.
Mrs. Perkins, could we have our ball back? The Twins go on to win 6-2. Do you think that's keeper?
Yeah, I like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sold. The Twins now 20-7, their best start ever. Doug Mientkiewicz saw his 15-game hitting streak snapped after going 0 for 1 with 3 walks. Ortiz 3 for 3 with the home run, then strained his wrist. His replacement, Brian Buchanan, came in and promptly homered as well.
8 weeks with that broken right wrist. Royals down by 2. LaTroy Hawkins, Joe Randa, Doug Mientkiewicz. Doug Mientkiewicz, great effort, great catch. He makes the catch. Doesn't matter. He's out of bounds. The catch matters. But the ump says, okay, the runners, you could advance, no problem, you know, because he was out of the play. Take another look. Just awesome. Awesome, awesome play. Next batter, though, David McCarty. McCarty had an awesome game. 2 for 4, 2 RBI, 3 runs scored. There's an example. Dye scores. Dye was 3 for 6. We're tied at 10. Bottom 12, Deep Brown flexing for the fences. Torii Hunter thinks he's got a shot, but he doesn't. Brown's second homer of the year. Brown was 3 for 6. Royals win 12-10. LaTroy Hawkins.
Rocking the ball deep to right, but check out Denny Hockey. Kid has crazy ups. I mean, sick ups. He's only hitting 196 this year, but we got to check that glove out again. Full extension. Bottom 9, Radke looking for the complete game. Tells Jermaine Dye, you ain't got to go home, brother, but you got to get the heck up out of here. 5th strikeout for Radke. He's only walked 4 of 206 batters he's faced this year. He would then give up 2 straight singles. Tom Kelly would call for LaTroy Hawkins. Facing Hector Ortiz, gets him to fly out to center. Hawkins blew the first save in 24 career chances Saturday. Came back and came correct. Twins hold on for the win. Brad Radke, first Twins starting pitcher to begin the season 6-0 since Bill Kruger in 1992. Twins as a team improved to 21-8. Radke improved his ERA to 2.22. Kansas City loses for the first time this season on a Sunday, which is one of those stats that we tell you that makes you go wow, but really doesn't mean anything.
Trouble at all in the Bronx, but here, trouble for El Duque. Cristian Guzmán, 3 for 5. The shortstop slugging near 600. That's 8th in the American League. That's ahead of Jason Giambi, last year's MVP. It's 1-0. Then Alfonso Soriano. Tremendous play at second base in the 3rd. Matt Lawton. Doug Mientkiewicz in the 3rd, having a tremendous year. Rips this. Gold Glover is out there. Death Valley Days, Bernie Williams. El Duque hanging tough. Bottom of the 9th, though, Eric Milton. Oh, got Bernie Williams. Next man up with a 2-0 lead. Tino Martinez popped him up. Corey Koskie will get this as Milton, ex-Yankee farmhand, going through the heart of the order. Jorge Posada, and this will do it. Eric Milton outduels El Duque, a 4-hit shutout. Milton's first shutout in nearly 2 years. The Twins are now 22-8. This after losing 90 games last year. Among teams that lost that many games, only the eventual National League champion Phillies of 1993 had a better record the following year. The other two divisions.
Central leading Twins needing a win to take their first season series from the Yanks since '92. Paul O'Neill fouls it off behind 3rd. The Twins converge. I mean, converge with a capital C. Look out! But Jacque Jones is there to make the catch. Everyone stayed in. Chuck Knobloch up. Corey Koskie, for the love of the glove, throws him out. Bottom 5, no score. Joe Mays facing Jorge Posada. This one is deep. But you know that guy, Jacque Jones? He's there to make the catch, robbing Posada of a home run. Take another look. And let's just say again how the Yankee fans and left are on their best behavior. Bottom 6, Mays facing Derek Jeter. Jeter taking Mays deep. This time in right, Matt Lawton. Oh, all over it. Twins' 4th great defensive play of the game. Yanks were only up 1-0 because of it with 2 men on. Clemens, Torii Hunter. Hunter, no chance. And then bottom of the 7th with the Yanks up 1-0. Eddie Godotto facing Chuck Knobloch. And Knobloch likes the pitch. His 3rd home run of the year. A little insurance for Roger Clemens and the Yankees. 2-0 now. Clemens facing Luis Rivas with a man on. That's a 4-6-3 double play. To end the inning, And the Rocket never gets tired of defense like that. 8 Ks and career victory number 264 for Roger, who goes 8 strong to improve to 4-0. The Rocket allowing just those 4 hits. Joe May allowed a run in 5 1/3, his shortest stint of the year. With their loss and the Indians win, Minnesota and Cleveland are now tied for first in the AL Central at 22-9.
This year, Tom Kelly and the boys playing well. A.J. Pierzynski, that's spelled P-I-E-R-Z-Y-N-S-K-I, and he delivers.
Spell Mientkiewicz.
Not right now. Torii Hunter scores. Pierzynski came in 1 for 18, bad slump, 3 for 4 in this one, but gets tagged out for oversliding there. Nonetheless, his team's up 4-0. Bottom 7, Derek Jeter, who just applied the tag, applies the tag here with the bat. Solo jack, his first of the season, first in September of last year. That makes it 4-1 wins. 3 batters later, Tino Martinez off reliever Bob Wells. Oh, yeah, little Tino would be Keno. 3-run homer there, his 6th. We're tied at 4. Let's go to the top 10. 2 runners on. Mariano Rivera facing Luis Rivas, and that one gets away from Joe Oliver. Pass ball, and Pierzynski, P-I-E-R-Z-Y-N-S-K-I, he scores. Twins go on to win at 5-4. They take 2 of 3 in Minnesota, 2 of 3 in New York. They win the season series over the Yanks for the first time in 9 years. It's 1992 when the last time they finished above 500. And Tom Kelly wants to press his luck, says, I wish we could come back here later in the summer when the games meant.
Twins back home after a 4-2 road trip hosting the Royals. Bottom 2, Doug Mientkiewicz facing Jeff Suppan. To the right side, David McCarty. Full extension, and he tosses to Suppan. Bottom 8, Twins down 3-2. Mientkiewicz, he knocks this out of here, his 7th out after Corey Koskie homered. Back-to-back home runs, ties it up at 3. Bottom 10, Twins down 4-3. Matt Lawton just hits a bomb off Roberto Hernandez. We're tied at 4. Hernandez blows his 3rd save in 9 chances. Bottom 11, Luis Rivas facing Jose Santiago with a runner on 3rd. Rivas goes up the middle. Cristian Guzmán scores, and the Twins win 5-4, improving to 24-9. They stay 1 up on the trot.
Twins at the hermetically sealed Metrodome. Brad Radke trying to go to 7-0. Carlos Beltran deep, and boo-bye. His 4th of the year, 2-zip KC. Top 4 tied at 2. Joe Randa ripping 1 to left. Jacque Jones, no. Jermaine Dye got to come around from first to score. Randa 5 of 6, 2 ribs. Radke just did not have it on Saturday. Top 5, it's 4-3 Kansas City. Jermaine Dye says, dance. Mike Sweeney coming around to score. Radke's first loss in 8 starts as the Royals winning this one handily, 12-4. Randa and Mike Sweeney each with 3 doubles. The first time 2 teammates have done that since the great double play combination of Andres Thomas and Glenn Hubbard. They did it for the Braves back in '86.
Suzuki's Royals and the Twins. Suzuki's ERA 2.57. Bottom 2, Denny Hocking. Yep, base hit up the middle off of Suzuki. Torii Hunter scores. Hocking hitting only 192 this year, part of a 4-run inning. Twins up 4-zip. Top 6, KC down 5-1. Eric Milton pitching. Joe Randa hitting and hitting. Wow. I'll see you, player. Just fair. Ray Sanchez, Mike Sweeney score. Randa 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Royals bang out 11 hits. At that point, they were down 5-3. Top 7, Minnesota up 5-3. Bob Wells tells Jermaine Dye, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Royals left 8 men on base. Bottom 7, Corey Bailey, Luis Rivas. Game recognizes game. Manjin Nanji. More Japanese, it means, when's your curfew? Which has nothing to do with anything, but it's like saying Manjin Nanji.
Season in which he's hitting .476 at the Metrodome. Dan Reichert facing Cristian Guzmán. The shot. Ray Sanchez, the throw, nails Guzmán. Nice play. Bottom 4, bases full. Reichert, who gave up 2 runs in 7 innings, facing Chad Allen. Hot shot. Mike Sweeney, good stop. Goes to second. Wild. That scores Matt Lawton. And it scores Corey Koskie. Twins up 2-0 on Sweeney's error. Top 5, Joe Mays facing Carlos Beltran. Beltran likes the pitch. Doug Mientkiewicz, the dive, the stop, but Beltran beats the throw in a very close play. Beltran 1 for 4, he's hitting .283. Later that inning, Beltran on 3rd, Mays facing Mike Sweeney. That's a rip over the head of Jacque Jones. Beltran trots in. Sweeney has his AL leading 21st double of the year. He's also hitting .295. He was 2 for 4. But against Joe Mays, Sweeney couldn't find that. Next batter, Jermaine Dye against Joe Mays. 8 innings, 6 Ks, only 1 run allowed for Joe Mays. Jason Grimsley now facing Mientkiewicz. For the love of Mientkiewicz, Hitman goes to work next level. He's got an .889 slugging percentage at the Metrodome, does Doug Mientkiewicz. 8th home run of the year, 3-1 Minnesota. Top 9, LaTroy Hawkins facing Mark Quinn. The bouncer, Luis Rivas. Talk about symmetry. Spectacular. Twins win. Hawkins notched a 12 save and 13.
Mientkiewicz, top 2 hitters in the bigs. They walked Manny in the top of the first to get to Dante Bichette, who has a 2-out base hit. His hitting streak now at 14 games, and Jose Offerman trots home with the first run of the game, 1-zip Sox. Bottom second, runners on first for Tom Prince. Prince thinks he's got himself a base knock, but Mike Lansing is there to turn that into a double play. Solid glove work ends the inning. Bottom 3, there's Mientkiewicz. And Frank Castillo pops it up. Offerman coming. He's watched Willie Mays. He knows the basket catch. Mientkiewicz 0 for 3. Middle of the 5th, lights go out there at a power surge bank of lights. So how many umps does it take to change a light? We don't know, but whatever it is, you need a chest protector. So finally, after 18 minutes, they turn on some other lights. They get going. Bottom 9, Luis Rivas with 1 out. He missed against Derek Lowe. Next batter, Matt Lawton. And Lawton right back to Lowe. Over to first. Let's eat. The post-game buffet is now open. Red Sox win it by a count of 5-2. Castillo improves to 4-2 after 6 scoreless innings. 1-zip Red Sox. Manny Ramirez facing J.C. Romero, and Ramirez, little bingo. Carl Everett scores. 47th RBI for Manny. 2-zip Red Sox. Bottom 2, same score. Doug Mientkiewicz off Tim Wakefield making his first start of the season. Mientkiewicz gives it a ride, but how about Dante Bichette? Athletic ability, no damage there. Top 3, Manny, 2-2 count. Check swing, they say ball 3, and Manny, who's used to playing a lot of softball apparently, trots down to first. They make him come back, and so then he makes him pay. Base knock scores John Valentin. Manny now 48 RBIs, but just 13 of those on the road. 3-zip Sox. 3-1, bottom 5, Cristian Guzmán off Wakefield. Wakefield didn't allow a hit through the first 4 2/3, but got tattooed after that. Torii Hunter, A.J. Pierzynski scores, and Guzmán, his 8th triple of the year. Tied at 3, then the pinch hitter in the 8th. Brian Buchanan. Tom Kelly, you're a genius. The first pitch he sees from Pete Chorick is gone. He's got 3 home runs and 4 hits this season. Twins win at 4-3. It's also ends, and here against Jacque Jones, he strikes him out. Coney, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 Ks, and then get out. Top 3rd, Manny Ramirez off Brad Radke. The 250th homer of Ramirez's career, 24th against the Twins. It's 3-zip Red Sox. He also now has driven in 50 in 40 games. Doug Mientkiewicz, Mientkiewicz. Home run off Coney. His 9th of the season. Red Sox led 3-2. Corey Koskie against Rolando Rojo. And that's over some baggies. His 6th of the season. Twins take the 5-3 lead. Top 6, Radke against Ramirez again. Right back at him. Ramirez finished 2 for 4. He's hitting .412, which isn't all that shabby. Carl Everett, he missed. Also in the 9th, Ramirez, he missed 2. Twins win. 5-3 is your final. Win their 7th straight series. Radke's well. First 7-game winner in the
Orioles. Eric Milton coming in 0-2 with a 7.27 ERA career against the Orioles. Bottom 3, O's up 1-zip. Bases loaded for Jeff Conine, and he takes Milton out of the yard. Conine's 5th career grand slam. He was 3 for 4 with 4 RBI. Orioles up 5-0. Bottom 4, runners on 2nd and 3rd for Jerry Hairston Jr., and he rips a single to left. Cal Ripken and Mike Kincaid played. Orioles win for the 4th time in 6 games, 7-2 the final count. Jason Johnson improves to 3-0 with a 1.30 ERA at Camden Yards this season.
Twins at Camden Yards. Bottom 5, Jay Gibbons facing Joe Mays. Up the middle, Luis Rivas in the hole. Gorgeous. And look at the stretch by Doug Mientkiewicz. This is some sweet Twins D. This in support of Mays, who allowed 4 runs on 3 hits in 6 innings. Bottom 8, 6-5 Twins. David Segui to left. Jacque Jones sticks the landing. And the Twins win 7-5. Cristian Guzmán and Denny Hocking each had 3 hits for Minnesota, who will look to win their 7th straight.
Free sun. Top of the 6th, Twins down 2-1. Corey Koskie looking to spark a rally, but Melvin Mora douses the flame. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 2, bases full of Orioles for Fernando Lunar. A little pop fly. Luis Rivas goes back, and he's going in the wrong direction, and Brady Anderson takes home on the pop out to 2nd. Wow. And the Orioles win 3-2, taking 2 of 3 from the Twins. The first one-run loss for the Twins this year, dropping them to 8-1 now in such decisions and 6-2 now in games decided in the final at bat. The Twins had their series win streak snapped at 6.
Let's stay in the American.
Calls tie in quality entered the night in first place in the AL Central, a half game up on the mighty Indians. The success of both teams can be attributed to pitching, which brings us to Brad Radke, going for a Major League best 8th victory to the Metrodome. Brad Radke, the quiet man, hoping to make some noise on the mound. Mark McLemore up the middle. Cristian Guzmán. His throw wide. Doug Mientkiewicz. Great diving stop. Take another look. Mientkiewicz. The man is hitting over 400 and he can play defense. Bottom 3. Look at that. Another replay we're showing you of Doug Mientkiewicz. All right. Mientkiewicz. I told you he's hitting over 400. Loves the pitch by Paul Abbott. 2 runs would come in. RBIs number 31 and 32 for Mientkiewicz. 2-0 Twins. It was 6-0 Twins in the third. A.J. Pierzynski down the line. Jacque Jones will run into McLemore, but somehow will still find a way to score. Do a little dance. A.J. 2 for 4, he's hitting 263. An 8-0 lead for Brad Radke and the Twins. Not enough. Mike Cameron chipping away at the lead. Mike Cameron, a 3-run homer, 25 RBIs. It was 8-3 now. It was 8-5, and then Brett Boone taking Radke deep. It's into the gap. That scores Edgar Martinez. You know, Brett Boone has 44 RBIs this year. He's hitting 322. That's it for Brad Radke. 6 earned runs and 4 1/3. Bottom 8 bases full for Mientkiewicz. Doug Mientkiewicz, a 4-hit night, a 4 RBI night, and you already saw what he can do defensively. It's 10-7 Twins. It was 12-7 Twins in the 9th. 2 on for Carlos Guillen. Looking for space and finds it. Guillen 1 for 4, he's hitting 228. Now it's 12-9, and it was 12-11. Man on second for McLemore. LaTroy Hawkins takes care of business. Twins win, a wild one. I mean, these 2 teams really were about pitching coming into the night. I swear the ERAs were 2nd and 4th respectively. But this was a slugfest, believe me. Yeah, anyway, hitman Doug Mientkiewicz with his 2nd 4-hit game of the season. His average now at 403. Radke, believe it or not, finished 2 out shy of qualifying for his 8th victory. This marked the 12th straight time Minnesota has followed a loss with a victory. Last time the Twins, by the way, started 30-13, 1970.
For the ALCS in October, and well, the Twins were down 1-0. Torii Hunter got a hold of one, 3-run jack up Freddie Garcia, and just like that, the home team's up 3-1. Hunter's 5th. Bottom 5, Twins lead 3-2. Runners on the corners, Garcia. Cristian Antonio Guzmán, you get in this house right now. Twins cannot capitalize, double play. Top 7. Brett Boone rips one off Eric Milton. Milton never is beaten. The Mariners. Ichiro scores. Mariners lead 4-3. Top 8, bases empty. We're tied at 4. David Bell just missed a grand slam on Tuesday here. Home run to put his team up 5-4, his 3rd. Bottom 8, bases chucked. Trailing 5-4. Lou Piniella points to the bullpen. Kazuhiro Sasaki comes in. He has work to do. First up, Jacque Jones, 3-2 count. Gassed him. That's 2 outs. A.J. Pierzynski, pinch hitter. A little flare, but Mike Cameron is there, and the Twins leave the bases loaded. Bottom 9, 2 outs. Sasaki shatters Doug Mientkiewicz's bat. He was 0 for 4 at this point. Gets a new twig, goes back, and, well, might as well have just hung on to the handle of the old one. Freezes on fastball, strike 3. Mientkiewicz 0 for 5, and the Mariners win it 5-4. Sasaki, a 5-out save, his 18th in 20 chances. Besides the loss, the Twins going to have to go 15 days without starter Mark Redmond. They put him on the DL with a strained muscle in his throwing arm. The division leaders split the series 1-1.
Our offense is better than people think, but you know, the thing that we get it done with is our defense and our pitching, and they both work together and go hand in hand, and they keep us in every game. And then, you know, when we do get that big hit, you know, we have a chance to, you know, take the lead or tie the game. And whenever you have a chance to win, you know, it's fun to go out and play.
Top of the 3rd, Jason Giambi down the right field line. And he's going to cruise in with a stand-up double. His 14th double of the season. Next man up for Oakland is Terrence Long. And Long, right center. Long's 2nd RBI of the ball game. Giambi comes in, and Oakland's up by the score of 2-0. 2 batters later with 2 on. Eric Chavez. Off the glove of Cristian Guzmán. Long comes in, and the A's are up 3-0. Bottom 9, A's up 4-2. 2 outs, tying run to the plate. Jason Isringhausen gets Guzmán to ground into the force, and the A's win at 4-2. Mark Mulder, 6 2/3, now 6-2, gave up just 1 run. The Twins knocked out of first. Cleveland now in first in the Central. First back-to-back losses for the Twins since April 7th and 8th.
Road. Any of the last 8 seasons when they were sub 500? No thanks. Well, it turns out they went way back to 1901 when the Philadelphia A's finished 4th and the Washington Senators 6th. Antiquated video adds to the effect, except they didn't televise a baseball game until 38 years later. Anyway, flash forward to the 10th inning. The Troy Hawkins facing Miguel Tejada. Game tied at 3. Not anymore. Wild pitch. Frank Mientkiewicz scores. A's up 4-3. 5-3, the bottom half of the 10th. Matt Lawton against Jason Isringhausen goes the other way. I like the music. Chad Allen scores. Nobody's out. The Twins were within 1 at 5.
We should be watching football highlights with a single wing.
Runners on first and third. Jacque Jones against Mark Guthrie. Jones grounds it. Look at Jason Giambi. They get Denny Hawking for the first out. Next batter, Corey Koskie, and Lawton takes off for third and gets posed by Ramon Hernandez. Questionable base running there. Now you got 2 outs. Koskie again, and he strikes out, and that's the end of the game. The A's win 5-4. I just want to hear the music again. That was beautiful. After starting the season with 4 losses in his team's first 15 games, Jim Messier has won 2 straight. It's the 2nd straight game. Giambi has 3 hits. Tejada also adds 3 hits, 3 RBIs as the A's win their 9th game in 10 tries, and they're above 500 for the first time all season. 2 teams then skip right from the William McKinley White House to George W. Bush. That'd be Torii Hunter or Martin Brodeur. Hunter's 2nd homer of the game. Twins win 6-5, 7 homers in the year. Nobody else had a home run on either team in the doubleheader except for Hunter. Bottom 9, 2 outs, runner on third. Doug Mientkiewicz delivering. Cristian Guzmán scores. The ball game is tied at 6. Bottom 10, bases Chuck, Hunter. And that is enough to get through. Seeing eye helps. Twins win it by a count of 7-6. So in addition to driving in the winning run, Hunter goes 4 for 5 and has a multi-homer game for the first time in his career. The Twins' first 3-game losing streak of the season didn't last very long. In fact, it was over shortly after it started.
Hey.
Up and go at it again. 3 games, 28 innings, 24 hours. Bottom 4, Luis Rivas. But check out Corey Koskie trying to score. Johnny Damon had a nice throw, but watch Koskie slide. Silky smooth under the tag of Ramon Hernandez. Koskie also 2 for 2 at the plate. Bottom 8, Torii Hunter. Spoken word. Chad Allen, Doug Mientkiewicz score. Hunter's banging 6 of 9, 5 RBI the last 2 games. Twins blow it open in the 8th, and they win it 9-3. But for the 2nd straight start, Brad Radke, bidding to become an 8-game winner, wasted a lead of at least 3 runs and did not get the decision. The Twins, though, could reclaim first place in the AL Central with an Indian loss.
Speaking of which, the
OT as well for the Twins and Angels. Show you how you got there. Angels trailing 4-3 in the 9th, but with the bases full, Troy Hawkins gives one up to Scott Spezio. And we're going to extras tied at 4-4. Top of the 11th tied. Runners on third, 2 outs. Denny Hawkins coming through. He's 2 for 4. 3-run score here, driving in the go-ahead run, Cristian Guzmán. Hawking ends up with a triple, and the Twins go up 5-4 and end up with a 6-5 victory. They improved to 6-2 in extra inning games this season. Doug Mientkiewicz broke out of a 1-for-19 slump. 2 on. Pat Rackman's Jacque Jones. Come on out, kid. Little bingo 1-1. There it is. Gets through. Matt Lawton will score. Torii Hunter, he's quick. He'll score as well. The Twins lead it 2-0. Top 4, same score. Brad pitching to Torii Hunter. Hunter drills it, got himself a base hit, and then he doesn't. Darren Erstad brought his glove to work on Wednesday. Bottom 7, Joe Mays. 0-3, an ERA of better than 5 lifetime against the Angels, and there he gets Tim Salmon. And then to finish it off with 2 outs and 2 on in the 9th. And Scott Spezio hits it high enough, but not far enough. Corey Koskie gloves it, and the Twins win it 3-0. Joe Mays, the complete game shutout, his first shutout and complete game.
2-run shot, 14th homer of the year. 19 RBI in the last 16 games for Gloss. Anaheim up 2-0, and Thomas gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in the first, but he calmed down. It was a 3-1 game in the 6th with 2 outs. And Chad Allen, base hit to right. Torii Hunter coming home. Tim Salmon's throw. is not in time. Safe, says the home plate umpire. Says Sean Wooten did not put the tag on Hunter. Twins pull within one, 3-2. So I guess the throw was on time. Top of the 8th, Twins down 4-2. Al Levine against Hunter, man on first. And that man is Matt Lawton trying to score all the way from first. And this time, Wooten applies the tag, and the throw is on time. Hunter, however, is in at second with the double. Next batter is Chad Allen. And Chad Allen got it. 2-run shot, and this ball game is tied on Allen's first homer of the season. We would go to extra innings at 4. Bases full of Twins. Top 10 for Danny Hocking. Ben Weber gets him looking. So this game went into the 12th, bottom of the 12th. Bases full of Angels for Scott Spezio. And he sends Hector Carrasco's offering deep into the Anaheim night over the heads of the drawn-in outfield. And that is the way the Angels win 5-4. Spezio now 3 for 4 with 5 RBI with the bases loaded this year.
The Twins and Rangers at the ballpark. Johan Santana in his first start of the season to Ivan Rodriguez and Pudge. Punching one to the gap and into the paper. Rangers down 5-1. Very next hitter is A-Rod. Lather, rinse, repeat. Back-to-back jacks for the Rodriguez guys. A-Rod's 18th of the season. Top 5, Doug Mientkiewicz. We're all going to learn to spell his name pretty soon. A shot to center. That'll bring in a couple. Mientkiewicz, 39 ribs on the year. And the Twins go on to win this one 10-7. They won despite a Rogers at the ballpark. Kenny Rogers trying to snap a 3-game losing streak for Texas. Rogers facing Torii Hunter. To center, Gabe Kapler, the belly flop and the catch. A lot of D in this one. Bottom 7, tied at 2-2 Doug Mientkiewicz stretching out, and then, oh, he's so savvy. He doubles the guy off second. We're tied at 2. Bottom 10, bases bloated. Ruben Sierra. Rube! Confusion out there. Somebody, anybody, nobody. And that's your ball game. The Rangers win in 10, 3-2. The Rangers' first extra inning win of the season. Rogers left after 6 with back spasms. Brad Radke failed in his 3rd attempt to get his 8th win. After 25 innings without walking a batter, Radke walked 3 in this one.
Pops this one up in foul territory. Doug Mientkiewicz going back and got a wait. Okay, hold up. Let me come. No, it's over here. Right. Oh, there it is. Oh, that got up. Take another look. It's off the glove, off the face, off the chest. Catch. Nice leather by a guy hitting 346 this year. Bottom 9, 6-3 Twins. Eddie Guardado pitching to Rafael Palmeiro and rocks Rafi to sleep. Twins out hit Texas 15-6 and win it 6-3. Jason Maxwell, utility infielder, making a rare start. 3rd career 3-hit game, all of them against Texas.
36-18 doesn't seem to do it for you. The Twins know you're waiting for some serious proof. Well, here it comes in the form of the Cleveland Indians. For the first time this season, the Twins get to strut it against the team most believe will be tops in the AL Central when it matters most. First of 4 at the Metrodome. You're looking at Torii Hunter. Hunter giving us a nice show. Why? Because he's allowing Kenny Lofton to do his Willie Mays imitation. How do you like that for Lofton? He also had 2 hits. Juan Gonzalez in the 7th. Gonzo smoking.
Looking for his 2nd home run of the night.
Solo home run, his 15th and 2nd of the night for Juan Gonzalez. 41st career multi-home run game, passing Ralph Kiner for 20th on the all-time list. That's Cristian Guzmán playing little ball. Green cone fields it, throws it into right. Guzmán comes all the way around to score in the error. Is this guy fast or what? I think that's an understatement. He is streaking as the Twins go up 10-7 as little ball rules for the Twins. Top 8, Jim Thome at bat with the bags full. That's a rip. Cabrera and Cordero would come in to score to tie the game at 10. There's fight in these Indians, but in the bottom of the 9th, you're talking fight. You're talking Guzmán. The chopper, Travis Fryman making the play, but misplays it. Rivas comes in to score, and the Twins find a way. It's that little ball thing. Twins win 11-10. Are you believing yet? At 37-18, the Twins are off to the best start in franchise history. Eddie Guardado improving to 5-0 with the victory. Guzmán enjoying a 4-hit night, all infield hits. So, by the way, the Twins appear to be leaning towards selecting USC right-hander Mark Pryor as the first overall pick in Tuesday's draft.
Well, his delivery is a lot smoother than it was before he got hurt.
His breaking ball is better, his changeup, and here he gets in the jam. First and second, nobody out in the first, and his composure is better than it was the last couple of years. There he jams Doug Mientkiewicz. Good fastball in his hand, and then he throws a hard sinker away. Matt Lawton gets a little ground ball, takes his second and third and 2 outs, and then he throws this runner. Torii Hunter just hits it off the end of the bat, a little looper into left. He gets out of the jam and was never in trouble after that.
Top three, no score, one on. J.C. Romero dealing to Ellis Burks. That comes through, rattle around the left field corner, long enough for Omar Vizquel to score. Burks' 14th double of the year gives him a 1-zip lead. Mientkiewicz batting against righty, took the collar in 4 trips, right 6-inning pitch, no runs allowed. Now it's a 3-0 game in favor of the Tribe. Juan Gonzalez, hard to believe it, but Torii Hunter can't get to a ball out there in center. Burks will score. Gonzalez out at second trying to go for the double, but he did drive in. A run is 53rd. Indians let it 4-zip and win it by a count of 5-0 in Minneapolis. A split in the first 2, then Indians get nice work from right. 6 scoreless, 3 hits, 4 walks, unbeaten in his 4 starts. In fact, the Indians have won all 4 of his starts.
Battle in the AL Central, Indians Twins. Bases loaded for Tom Prince. Prince, king for a day. You would think, but Juan Gonzalez makes a great catch, but Gonzo would end up with a strain right groin. He's day-to-day. 1-0 Indians. Einar Diaz on third. Ellis Burks. Burks, his only hit of the game. He's hitting .308. It drove in Diaz. RBI number 42 for Burks. It's 2-0. Twins looking for a rally. Bottom 4, they get it. Already a run in for the Twins. 2 men in. Tom Prince likes the pitch off of CC Sabathia. Ground rule double. Corey Koskie scores. We're tied at 2. Meanwhile, with 2 men on, Bob Wells on in relief, hits Ellis Burks to load the bases. Next batter, Roberto Alomar. Good placement. In the gap it goes. Diaz would score. Kenny Lofton would score. Burks would score. 3 RBIs for Alomar. He was 2 for 5 in this game. He's hitting .344. He's got 38 ribbies on the year. Here's a stunning Doug Mientkiewicz. Indians win 5-2. He's trying to win his 8th against Travis Fryman. Fryman, comebacker. Off of Radke. Luis Rivas can't make the throw home. So 2 runs are going to score. Fryman 2 for 4 in this game. He's hitting .353. We're tied. In the 6th, Radke facing Marty Cordova with 2 on. Cordova, that's his only hit of the game. It was a triple right off the glove of Torii Hunter. 2 runs would come in there. That would be 4-2, thanks to Cordova. Top of the 7th now, still 4-2, 1 on for Roberto Alomar. Roberto, the hero on Wednesday night. Would he be a hero on this night? He likes that pitch. It goes right off the wall. A run will score. We got to play at third. Rivas's throw, it's too high. Alomar advances, and he scores. And the Indians win, taking advantage of their opportunities. Bartolo Colon gave up 2 runs, 6 hits in 6 innings. He struck out a season high.
Twins, the small market interleague showdown. Top 3, this is Brian Giles, and that's a home run off Eric Milton. Giles 11th, 2-1 Pittsburgh. Milton tagged for 6 runs on 7 hits in only 4 innings. Bottom 5, Minnesota down 6-4, bases full. Torii Hunter off Omar Olivares toward the left field wall, and Noonan just over. Hunter's 2nd career grand slam. Twins win 8-6, avoiding their first 4-game losing streak of the season.
Now, I already showed you the Twins, the Indians rather, taking care of business, beating the Reds. So Twins need a win to stay a half out. Dave Winfield honored before the game. He'll be honored, of course, August 5th in Cooperstown into the Hall of Fame. And here, defensively, man out in the outfield is Torii Hunter getting it.
We haven't seen a great defensive play by a Twin in about 10 minutes, so Torii Hunter obliges. It is so much fun to watch this guy play center field. The cruise, the leap, the crash off the hefty bag. Beautiful.
Here in the bottom of the 3rd, you got 2 outs. Matt Lawton, clutch hitting, puts this through. That off Jimmy Anderson. Cristian Guzmán will score. 1-0 Twins. Still 1-0 in the 4th. 2 outs. Look at this shot. Guzmán up. Look at this throw. Dunston-like. Wow. Back in the day.
How good is he?
End of the threat. Here in the 5th, Guzmán, the bouncer to 2nd. Now here, bobbled. The tag is made. Oh, it's thrown away. Keith Osick backing up the play.
Watch Cristian Guzmán.
He's lingering. He's lingering, and you can do a lot of things, but you can't do this. He's called out because he made the turn.
He turned and he took like a false step towards second base. Not allowed.
2 outs, man on 3rd in a 3-2 ball game. LaTroy Hawkins gets Jason Kendall. Kendall an offer in this game, but that's a pretty good confrontation. So the Twins win, the Indians also win, so it's still...
Bucks Twins with a chance to regain the top spot. Brian Giles, respect the mulch. 11 of the home runs that Brian Giles has hit in his 12 have been solo shots.
And the reason why Jason Kendall's struggling, he's over 10 coming in today in this series, kind of jumping at the ball, doesn't have a fluid swing there. You see him trying to pull a changeup, weak ground ball to third base. Now he comes up again. Again, a little weak swing, ground ball to third base. He just kind of looks all out of sync right now. Not swinging the bat well. Can't get on for Brian Giles. If you can't get on for him, can't drive you in.
Jacque Jones turned this one around. Matt Lawton and Torii Hunter both scored. Twins, they're up 8-1 in the second. Twins 8, Pirates 1. End this thing, right? No quitting the Bucks. J.C. Romero facing Adams. And Adam Haidu takes him out. A 2-run shot. Pirates down 8-3. Top of the 8th, 8-5. They're loaded. Travis Milton. One run comes in. 8-6 and a wild one after a 2-run single ties it. Look at Kendall. In an 0-for-23 slump, as B-Mac talked about, his first hit scores the go-ahead run.
That might get him going right there. A little chopper.
Pirates up 9-8. Giles. Line drive. Fair. Giles sees it go into the corner. Smells triple. Pirates get 10 unanswered runs. Big chance for the Twins with the Indians losing, and they fail to capitalize. And that's a Twin-like victory.
Brad Radke trying for the 5th time to win his 8th game, facing Richard Hidalgo in the second with no score. Hidalgo likes the pitch, but so does Torii Hunter because he fouled it all the way. Nice catch. Hunter also was 1 for 4 in this game. Radke bringing the pain in the 4th, facing Hidalgo again. Hidalgo was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 7 Ks for Radke. Retired 21 of his last 22 batters. Doug Mientkiewicz, like, whoa. His 10th home run of the year. This one a 3-run jack. And the Twins make it look easy. For Brad Radke, his 26th career complete game. 4th this season to lead the AL. 5th career shutout. Said Jeff Bagwell about Radke, his game is control. Good point by Bags. Rad has walked just 10 in his last 14 starts. Minnesota, no score in the second. Jose Vizcaíno facing Eric Milton. The grounder to Cristian Guzmán. Nice stop, the throw midair for the out. That is nice. 2 outs, Twins lead 1-0. Runners on second and third. And Corey Koskie goes down the line for the double. That scores Quentin McCracken and Matt Lawton. Twins up 3-0. Koskie 35 RBIs this year for Corey Koskie. Astros down 3-0. Jeff Bagwell does this against Eric Milton. Bags' 15th home run this year. The lead by Minnesota now 3-1. 2 outs in the 9th. Eric Milton trying to close it out and does just that as Charlie Hayes grounds out. And that would be it. Only Bags' 9th inning homer kept Eric Milton posting the Twins' 2nd straight shutout, something Minnesota still hasn't done since 1992. Sweep of the Astros tied at 1. A.J. Pierzynski against Roy Oswalt with a runner on. 3 for 3. He's hitting .288. And the Twins take a 2-1 lead. Torii Hunter would score. Lance Berkman against Joe Mays, smoking. He had been homerless in June. That's his 15th. Astros up 3-2. Bases full for Jeff Bagwell playing the air guitar there. Bags 1 for 4. He's hitting .276. Next batter, it's that Berkman guy again. First career grand slam, 2nd homer of the night. His 6th multi-home run game of his career. 6 RBIs for Lance in an 8-3 victory. The Astros erupting for 16 hits off Twin pitchers after being held to just a single run and 10 hits over the past 2 games. Oswalt improves to 4-1 on the year, allowing 3 runs over 6. Craig Biggio, he just keeps plugging away, extending his hit streak to 14 games with a double.
Division leaders meeting in Chicago. Twins and Cubs on Ferris Bueller Day at Wrigley. And you know what? He's not really sick.
Hey, Ferris, we're pulling for you. Get well. See you, buddy.
How could I possibly be expected to handle school in a day like this?
It's a lovely day. Bottom 3, Eric Young taking J.C. Romero deep to left, a 2-run shot. Romero winless since April 29th. And look who caught the ball.
I think I broke my thumb.
It's a dangerous game. Julian Tavares pitching, and the crowd is behind him. Oh, it's amazing what you can do with crowd support. Gets Louis Rivas. Tavares gave up 2 runs on 8 hits in 7 innings. Top 9, 5-3 Cubs. Torii Hunter facing Flash Gordon. Gordon's 9th save and 12 chances.
The Cubs draw first blood. Beat Minnesota 5-3.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
But we actually have quite a bit more show left.
All right.
12th straight win at home, hosting the Twins at Wrigley. Bottom one, rookie Brad Thomas facing leadoff man Eric Young, and this would be a recurring theme. Young's 5th of the year, his 15th career leadoff homer. 2 batters later, Sammy. Say hello from Aloha. His 18th of the season and first in 9 games, 3-0 Chicago. Still in the first here, Rondell White. Ground ball, Doug Mientkiewicz, are you kidding me? That's a double play. Later, still in the first here, Ricky Gutierrez, his 6th, and Chicago's 3rd home run of the inning, 4-0 Cubs. Thomas pulled after throwing only 25 pitches in 2/3 of an inning. Thanks for playing. 4th inning, Sosa, the solo shot, his 46th career multi-homer game, 6-0 Cubs. Sammy 3 for 4, 5 RBI. Twins pitchers have allowed 17 homers in their last 8 games. Cubs have won 12 in a row at Wrigley, their longest home winning streak since taking 14 straight in 1936.
Oakland. Top of the first, Cristian Guzmán swinging. Next batter, Matt Lawton. Swinging. 3 strikeouts through the first 3 innings for Wood. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Cubs. Former Twin Ron Coomer pops one up into the high, bright sky. Jacque Jones running like 2 football fields to make the catch. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Cubs, 1 on for Ricky Gutierrez. 7th of the year, 3rd of the series, 4-0 Cubs off of Radke through 1 2/3. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3 Cubs, Sammy Sosa playing insurance man against Bob Wells, 20th homer of the season, 1,000th run scored of his career. Cubs up 5-3, and the bullpen protected it. 5-4, 2 on, 2 out in the 8th, and A.J. Pierzynski struck out by Kyle Farnsworth. And it's 5-4 final. That's 6 straight wins for Wood. 8 went on.
In the AL Central, Twins and Indians. No score, 2 on. Corey Koskie against Bartolo Colon. Koskie off the wall. Luis Rivas and Cristian Guzmán would score. Koskie 3 for 3 against Colon in the game. 9 for 15 against Colon in his career. Twins up 2-0. Bottom 6, Indians down 6-zip. Not anymore. Ellis Burks off of Eric Milton. Burks' 15th home run of the year, and greeting him is his son. Indians down by 5 on the comeback trail, down by 4 when Burks shows once again he's not scared of heights. His 2nd home run of the game, this off the pole and right. Great catch by a fan. Indians within 3. They were within 1 on, 2 out in the 8th. Your pinch hitter, Kenny Lofton, does something he has not done all this year. Hit a home run off of Hector Carrasco, who lasted just a 1/3 of an inning, allowing 3 earned runs. Indians and Twins tied at 7 when Koskie lays down the sac bunt. The throw by Travis Fryman. Wild to first. Cristian Guzmán would score. Twins up 8-7. Bottom 9, same score. Bases full, 2 out. LaTroy Hawkins on the mound facing Lofton, who takes ball 4. Roberto Alomar would score. We're tied at 8. Hawkins not thrilled with the home plate umpire and his calls. The ump, Dale Scott. There's an argument. Hawkins gets tossed from the game by Dale Scott. See ya. Top 10th. Tied at 8. Luis Rivas. Grounding out to Roberto Alomar. Alomar, great play in the hole. The backhand flip for the out. Top 12 still tied 2 on. Nagy. A.J. Pierzynski, who homered in this game. There, it's down the line. Torii Hunter, Brian Buchanan would score. By the way, Charles Nagy was the 8th Indians pitcher used. Twins lead by 2 when Burks, like, whoa. His first career 3 home run game. 302 homers in his career. The 10th 3-homer game in the majors this year. There was only 9 all of last year. Oh, yeah, the rest of the game. Juan Gonzalez grounds out to end this game. A Twins victory, 10-9. Ellis Burks, the story, obviously. The first Indian with 5 hits and 3 homers in 1 game since Joe Carter pulled it off back in 1986. The first 3-homer game by an Indian since Manny Ramirez did it back in 1999. Mike Lansing was the last player, period, to have 3 homers in a loss.
That away. Top 2, Twins of 2 men on. Tom Prince. Martin Cordova tracks it down. He gets there, but he can't grab it. They scored a double for Prince. Doug Mientkiewicz, Torii Hunter scored 2-zip Twins. Top 4, Corey Koskie up. Bases are empty. Fly ball. Cordova going to get another chance, and this time he makes good on it. Oh, look at him getting off his feet. He could have jumped over the entire phone book there. Top 5, Chuck Finley out of the game. 4 2/3 inning pitch. 4 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Jacob Westbrook in, trying to help Finley out. Bases loaded. Brian Buchanan is after a pitch in the dirt. Strike 3. You're done. Bottom 5, 2-1 now. Man on for Juan Gonzalez. 2 out knocks are the key to left. Kenny Lofton would score 58 ribs for Gonzalez. We're tied at 2. The next batter, Ellis Burks, 3 homers Tuesday. You know, just being a former teammate of Barry Bonds gives you power. His 18th homer, a 2-run shot. Indians up by a count of 4-2. And with the Twins, bases Chuck, 2 outs. Ricardo Rincon gets Denny Hocking. It's in the 6th. Get out of a jam there. Indians win in place. J.C. Romero with 2 on to Juan Gonzalez, and that was up just a little bit high. And Gonzalez hit it even higher. His full go home. His 17th. Indians up 3-0. Top second. Tribes lead down to 3-2. 2 on for A.J. Pierzynski. Turns around a fastball from Jarrett Wright. That'll land in the seats. That's 3 RBIs from the number 9 hitter in this game. His second homer, 5-3 Twins. Now we're 5-5. Kenny Lofton laying it down. Nice fundamental baseball. That was not fundamentally sound. Romero throws it away. Men on the corners in for the Indians. Now we got to bring out the tarp because it was raining. That's what you got to do. Romero would be done for the night. 1 inning, 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. Twins problems continue. Johan Santana, bad pickoff. Einar Diaz scores. Indians up 6-5. Next batter, Gonzalez, hard grounder. Cristian Guzmán. Oh, get the glove down. I need to see the button on your cap. Glove down, button on your cap for the ground ball, please. His 12th air. Indians go up 7-5. Still 7-5. Omar Vizquel. There's a guy that can play a little shortstop. Past the drawn in infield. Jacque Jones going to try and get Lofton, but Lofton's pretty speedy. He's in there. Tribe up 8-5. They would go on to win at 9-6 in a 6th inning. Rain to short and to fair. They canceled it about an hour after another hour of rain delay. There were 2 of them.
Here against the Twins, Milwaukee only lasted 3 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. Top of the second, Matt Lawton lines the ball foul. Check out the spot shadow, actually the arrow. Fan in the upper right corner of the screen. The ball takes a bad hop, hits him in the head, but he'd be all right. He's a TG, tough guy. Now top 7, runner on second and 2 outs for Luis Rivas. Grounds it in the hole. Shane Halter makes the nice pickup, throws to third to get Torii Hunter, who made a wide turn at third. Never make the first or last out of an inning at third base. Always remember that. Top 8, A.J. Pierzynski grounds it up the middle. Damon Easley. Nice play by Easley. He also went 2 for 4. He's batting .293. Bottom 8, Robert Fick off of Bob Wells' solo home run. Fick's 11th of the year. He went 2 for 4. He's batting .312, and the Tigers win it by the final of 5-4. So the Twins fall 1 of the team. His new team facing the Twins, who are trying to catch Rocker's new team, the Indians. Top of the 3rd, Jeff Weaver pitching. Matt Lawton hitting. 6th home run of the year for Lawton. He went 3 for 5. He's now batting .303. Bottom 5, Brad Radke pitching. Juan Encarnacion lines one to right in front of Lawton for the single. Next batter is Shane Halter. Encarnacion running on the pitch, and Halter drives it deep to center over the head of Torii Hunter. Encarnacion scores from first. Halter in the 3rd with a triple, his 3rd 3-bagger of the year, and we are tied at 2. Next batter is Jared Patterson, and he knocks one to the corner in right field. Halter able to score from 3rd. Patterson in the 2nd with a double. Patterson 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. He's batting .333. The Tigers go up 3-2. Bottom 7, bases loaded. Juan Encarnacion rocks one deep to center. Torii Hunter not going to get this one. Bobby Higginson, Robert Fick, and Dean Palmer all come in to score. Tigers score 4 in the 7th to go up 10-6. Top 9. Todd Jones facing pinch hitter Brian Buchanan with a tying run on first. Buchanan grounds to Shane Halter, and Halter takes it himself. Tigers win it by the final of 10-9. So no change in the AL Central standings.
Jose Lima watching his first game as a Tiger. Robert Fick, bottom 2 off Eric Milton, his 12th on the year, tied at 2. Next batter is Juan Encarnacion. That would be back-to-back jacks, 9th on the year. Let's hit the Wayback Machine to exactly a year ago. Eric Milton facing the Angels in the 2nd inning of that game. That's Garrett Anderson, Troy Glaus, and Scott Spezio. That would be back-to-back-to-back jacks. So back to the 2nd inning. Shane Halter up. Milton gives up back-to-back-to-back jacks exactly a year later. Tigers up 4-2. Jose Lima saying, oh my God, I thought it was a pitching park I came to. Damien Easley, later in the inning, man at first, 2 outs. Brandon Inge is coming all the way from first, and Tom Prince is waiting for him. The good news is Inge is safe. The bad news is he would suffer a dislocated left shoulder, out 4 to 6 weeks. Doug Mientkiewicz, his mother's maiden name is Kegermeister, jumps on Steve Sparks' offering. It's gone. Top 7, Cristian Guzmán has just left the building. It'd be a 4-run homer.
That's
yeah.
That's a Dodger, D-O-G-E-R grand slam.
Guzmán, 6 RBIs on the day. Twins score 12 unanswered runs and win it by a count of 14-5. Prior to his first career grand slam, Guzmán
sort of craving a split in the series. Top third, Twins up 1-0. Corey Koskie took Sunday off after struggling with Jeff Weaver. Did not struggle against Chris Holt. His 8th of the year. First homer in a month. Twins lead 4-0. Bottom third, Twins up 4-0. Joe Mays against Shane Halter. He missed. Mays retired the first 12 batters. Top 7, Matt Lawton adding to the lead off Holt, who is now 2-6 at his home park there at Comerica. Luis Rivas scores. Twins led 5-2 and would win it 6-3. A 3-7 roadie, but 2 in a row to fly home on helps a bunch. Koskie, after 24 hours shore leave, goes 2 for 3, drives in 4, scored 1. As for the starter, Joe Mays, 2 runs, 6 hits in 7 innings.
Central, here's Jose Canseco, top of the 6th. Canseco, his first home run of the season, first as a White Sox, and the first in the big since September 2000. Get out of town, and he means it. Bases loaded for Minnesota in the 8th, down 6-3. Bobby Howry on the mound for Chicago gets Jacque Jones with a high heat, 1 down. Next batter is Torii Hunter. The worst possible finish for the Twins. Howry gets Hunter to ground in the 6-4-3 double play. Working out of the jam. Bottom 9, Twins down 6-4. Keith Falk facing Doug Mankiewicz with the runners in the corners. Ball gets through. Quentin McCracken scores, and the Twins are down 1. 2 batters later, Danny Hocking, the pinch hitter, takes Falk off the wall in right, scoring a couple, and the Twins come back. They've done this before. The Twins come back to win 7-6. Minnesota picks up their major league leading 6th win this.
Score, nobody on, nobody out. Jacque Jones giving it a ride off of Kip Wells. Carlos Lee thinks he has it, but think again. Home run, number 5 for Jones. 2-0 Twins, nobody on, 1 out. Corey Koskie. Lee, I don't think so. Koskie ends up on 3rd, single and a 2-base error on Lee, his 3rd of the year. Lee's struggling, obviously, in the outfield. Koskie would score on a sac fly. Top 7, nobody on, 2 outs. Kyle Lowe striking out Jose Canseco. 6 Ks in 7 innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run for Lowe's. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Bob Wells getting Sandy Alomar Jr. to ground out to 3rd. Sandy left 3 on base in this game. 1 out now. Jose Valentin strikes out against Guadardo, 2 outs. And Guadardo getting Tony Graffinino to end the threat. Just 5 hits by the White Sox in this game, and that made Tom Kelly and the Twins very happy. The first major league victory for the White Sox, looking to snap an 8-game losing streak against the Twins. Twins down 1-0. Cristian Guzmán with a shot. Royce Clayton backhanded stab, a strong throw off the turf. Sweet. Top of the 2nd, same score, runner on 2nd, Brad Radke. Jeff Leefer knows fate is what you decide to do next. Sox would score 4 runs of the 2nd on the strength of Leefer's 7th home run of the year, 5-0. Then Casey Blake, the grounder to 3rd. Torii Hunter, he gets caught in the rundown, gets tagged out. Now Blake is going to get caught in this mix. He's eventually tagged out. And after this thing is all over, we're looking at a unorthodox 5-4, 5-3-4 double play. Good visual. Meanwhile, David Wells out with a strained back in the 3rd, taking warm-ups. In, Sean Lowe, who's been outstanding on the mound. Lowe proving I'm right, striking out Tom Prince. He pitched 4 innings of no-hit baseball. Runner on 2nd, Luis Rivas. Woo. Ray Durham climbing the air. Take another look. Durham, it's all about timing. It's all about the elevation. Bottom of the 9th, Twins threatening with 2 on. Tying run at the plate. Quentin McCracken facing Keith Falk. McCracken, grounder, more conventional right here. It's the 4-6-3 game-ending double play. Yep, what's up, Twins? Sox finally beat Minnesota 6-3 snap.
Tigers and Twins at the hermetically sealed Metrodome. A man on for Damian Easley. Eric Milton gets him to pop up. A.J. Pierzynski goes back. Now, Jose Macias was running on the play, and he is doubled off. The rare 2-3 double play. Bottom first, Steve Sparks. The knuckleball nasty to Denny Hocking. Then he breaks one off on Doug Mankiewicz. Matt Lawton swinging through it. Sparks strikes out the side in first. Top 5. Tony Clark.
We had fans that came out
scalding one the opposite way. Bobby Higginson coming hard. He's going to score. Tigers up 2-0 on the double. Bottom of the 7th. Twins down 2-1. Cristian Guzmán. The man lives for triples. Down the line he goes. Luis Rivas coming around. Guzmán going to motor into third with his 10th triple of the season. That leads the major leagues. We're all tied at 2. Bottom 8, Chad Allen steps up. Just recalled from AAA earlier in the day, and he's a hero. Taking Heath Murray and sticking him into the people. Solo home run. The Twins win 3-2. Chad Allen probably still enjoying the Major League buffet as we speak. So the Twins showing some resolve. They retake first in the AL Central. The Tigers have dropped 6 straight.
Fred, before Saturday's game with the Tigers, the Twins honoring their 91 World Series champs. Kirby Puckett and Jack Morris on hand. Bottom 3, Doug Mientkiewicz on second. Corey Koskie goes over Randall Simon's head. Mientkiewicz coming home. 1, and Encarnacion throws to second. Koskie's in there. Mientkiewicz is 2, 3-1 Twins. Back in the pregame ceremony, Kirby Puckett and Torii Hunter talking strategy. Remember that 91 series Game 6? Puckett, the famous over-the-wall catch. Well, in Saturday's game, this happened at the top of the 5th. And those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Torii Hunter, just like Kirby, robs Shane Halter. It's worth another look. This is so close, it's eerie. And who knows, the Twins could be in the World Series again. Bottom 5, Cristian Guzmán coming home to steal, but he's tagged out by Robert Fick, who makes a great play. Top 6, tying run at the plate for Detroit. Joe Mays gets Tony Clark. Mays scattered 4 hits over 8 innings, and Minnesota wins 3-2. Twins improved to 9-2.
In humor.
Hi, Jinx.
He would put that glove to good use. Dean Palmer, Koskie with the great grab and gets his man into the second. Look at it again. Koskie showing his range to the hot corner. Just 7 errors on the season.
Sunflower seeds help.
Koskie also forced at the plate, facing Willie Blair. That's deep and not playable. 2-run job. Twins up 2-0. Koskie 3 RBIs in the game. Bottom 4, Twins up 6-0. Blair still in. This pitch is not. Tom Prince has just left the building. 7-0. Twins go for an 8-3 win. That's 8 straight losses for the Tigers. Minnesota is at the other end of the rainbow with wins in 7 of their last 8.
Series at Comiskey. Top 1, A.J. Pierzynski. Line drive to second. Ray Durham handcuffed. Chad Allen comes in. Error on Durham. It's 3-0 Twins. Bottom 1, the leadoff hitter for Chicago is Jose Valentin off rookie Kyle Loesch. Solo shot. Valentin's 14th, and it's 3-1 Minnesota. It was 3-2. Top of 3, Pierzynski saws off some lumber to first. Herbert Perry snags it, still 3-2. This in support of Loesch, who allowed 4 runs on 6 hits and 5 1/3. Bottom 3, Valentin to first. Doug Mientkiewicz diving stop and the diving tag. Next batter, Chris Singleton. Long fly to center, and Torii Hunter has been doing this all year long. He was okay. Bottom 4, this is Jeff Leefer, and that's a home run, a 2-run shot. Leefer's 8th. It's on the board. 4-3 Chicago. Top 5, Corey Koskie. Say hello to my little friend. Off Kip Wells, solo shot, his 10th, ties it at 4. Crushed it. Top 6, Jacque Jones. Fly ball. He's taken Wells the other way, and it's got enough on it. Solo shot is 6th. Twins up 5-4. Wells tagged for 5 runs, 4 earned in 6. Top 7, Koskie. Taking Alan Embry to left center. 2-run shot. Koskie, 2nd of the game. He's got 4 homers and 11 RBI in his last 7 games. 7-4 Twins. Bottom 9, White Sox within 2. LaTroy Hawkins rings up Valentin. Hawkins 20th save and 23 chances. Twins win 7-5. They get their 9th win in 10 games against the White Sox. Minnesota stays 3 atop the AL Central, where they now have an 11-game edge on Chicago. The White Sox, after the game, put David Wells on the...
His White Sox, top 7, tied at 3. Matt Lawton, he's swinging a hot hoe, and he's out weeding the garden. He was 3 for 4 with 3 ribs. His 2nd homer of the game. Twins go up 5-3. Bottom 7, Carlos Lee. Pops out Torii Hunter coming. Torii Hunter, he's got it. Royce Clayton tagging, but Hunter got a strong hose. He's out at the plate. Let's go to bottom 9. Sandy Alomar. TK likes that. Ripping one down the line. Corey Koskie, though, getting dirty and making a play. Let's look at it again. Same thing, only slower, perhaps a different angle. Yes, it is. Koskie Nice dive, strong throw, and the Twins win 5-3. Victory number 51, half 100+1 as they rally for their 5th straight win. Lock up the Sox.
In games, Royce Clayton meet Eric Milton. Shot, Torii Hunter. He had 1 hit in this game, and he knows how to use that leather. Bottom 8, White Sox down 3-1, Carlos Lee. Responding to a good visual off of Bob Wells. Lee 2 for 4. He's hitting .304. Sox now within 1, 3-2. Same score, bottom 9. Herbert Perry had only 1 hit in the game, and boy, did he time this one. Off of LaTroy Hawkins, Chris Singleton comes around to score. We have a tie game at 3. So your next batter is Sandy Alomar Jr. and Alomar. One of his 2 hits, and this one, folks, the game winner. 2 runs in the 9th for the Chicago White Sox to shock the Twins. Alomar atoning for missing 2 bunt attempts earlier in the game with his game-winning hit. Twins win streak ends at 5, but they still lead the White Sox by 11 games and the Indians by 3.
Minnesota starter Joe. Oh, look, they're in from the fish sandys, wearing their Twinkie boxes on the head. Very nice to be a Twins fan. Top 2nd, James Baldwin, who's won his last 3 decisions. That's no good. Corey Koskie going to go 270 feet for a triple. Chris Singleton's out there. Take a look at him. Koskie would score on a sac fly, and Singleton just mistimes it and gets a face full of low-fat padding. Ouch, but he would be fine and stay in the game. After hitting a 2-run double in the 2nd inning, Koskie in the 4th with 2 on. And that is gone. A 3-run bomb. His 12th homer of the season. It's 10-2 Twins. And now all we're worried about is, can our man Koskie single for the cycle? First time, didn't get it. Another chance, didn't get it. Ray Durham throws him out. 5 RBIs, though, ties a career high for Koskie.
Welcoming the Reds Friday for the first of 3. Top 5, Pokey Reese facing Johan Santana to right. Matt Lawton loses it, but you know what? They say it's a catch. All right, we'll take it. Bottom 7, 4-3 Reds. It's Lawton with the stick, deep to right, his 9th of the year. And we're tied up at 4. Bottom 8 now, Torii Hunter, who's been so good defensively all season with a little offense here to the right center gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Hunter hustling all the way is in there with a triple. He was 2 for 4 Friday with 1 RBI. Next batter, Jacque Jones into left. That's going to be plenty for Hunter to come in. Twins go on to win 5-4, 29th come from behind win of the season from Minnesota. Every day, Eddie Guardado gets the win in his 468th appearance with the Twins, tying Jim Kaat for 2nd on the team's all-time list. Minnesota has won 11 of 13. Twins now 21 games over 500 for the first time since '92. Twins, winners of 11 of 13, coming into Saturday's visit from the Redlegs. Bottom 6, Quentin McCracken. And this one is gone for a home run, but Ruben Rivera is bringing it back. Oh, that is sensational. Take another look. Rivera times it perfectly. Kind of a look what I found deal, but he had it all the way. Top 8. Now it's Rivera facing Bob Wells. He taketh away, and he giveth to deep right center, and gone is 7th, and we're tied at 6. Top 9 now 7-6 Minnesota. LaTroy Hawkins facing Dimitri Young. And he gets Young. A.J. Przinsky throwing a 2nd to get pinch runner Wilton Guerrero. That's a strike him out, throw him out, and it ends the game. Hawkins' 23rd save and 27 chances. And the Twins win 7-6. Minnesota getting its 30th come-from-behind victory of the year. They improved to 19-9 in 1-run games. Those
Twins and Reds, bottom 1. 1 other than Twins, 1 on, 1 out for Torii Hunter. It's deep and it's playable. Cristian Guzmán will score. Twins up 2-0. Bottom 4, 3-1 Twins. Matt Lawton at the plate. Lawton 4 for 5 on the day, including his 10th home run of the season. Twins stake to a 4-1 lead. Top 5, Brad Radke is cruising, facing Jason LaRue and getting the whiff. Bottom 5, Hunter looking for more. 3 doubles on the afternoon. Doug Mientkiewicz will come around to score. Twins lead at 5-1. Radke still in the game, top 8, facing Ruben Rivera. An idea of the stuff he had. 5 Ks for Radke. Top 9, Radke looking for the complete game and gets it. Bill Selby. Radke retires the last 20 batters of the game, and the Twins win this one by the final of 7-1. Twins head into the All-Star break with 55 victories, 2nd most in team history. Minnesota's 5-game lead represents the team's largest division lead since the 1991 Twins, who Played in the World Series.
Beer makers, because sometimes big things come in small markets. Top second base is Chuck for Jacque Jones, who wants to have the money ball off Jimmy Haynes. His first career grand slam. 7th for Jones, 4-zip Twins. Top third got real ugly for Haynes. Doug Mientkiewicz, Mientkiewicz. That's 12 letters and 12 home runs. Next guy, Corey Koskie. He's a copycat, his 13th. 6-0 Twins. Torii Hunter, how about back to back to back? Dead center, his 14th for Hunter. Davey Lopes mercifully comes out to get Haynes. 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 4 homers, and 2 1/3. 2 batters later, Will Kinane facing Jones. That's a little inside. Oh, boy, twice. Bill Wilkie comes out and says, let's try to be more sporting. Lopes comes out, doesn't like it, says the wrong word, gets tossed. Perhaps they tossed the wrong guy because Kinane stays in to face Hunter. Oh, the Swedish fish. His 15th home run, 8-zip Twins. Chad Fox facing Jones. Oh, his 2nd of the game, his 8th overall. And now Koskie, another guy with a deuce. He's got 14th, enough already. We're running out of baseballs. Twins 13-5. They hit 7 homers, 1 shy of the club record. 38 years ago, they also hit 7. That's
after hitting 7 homers against the Brewers in Thursday's game. Bottom 1, Mark Loretta. Brad Radke throws it in the dirt. A.J. Przinsky can't handle it. Devon White over to third on the wild pitch. Next up, Jeff Jenkins. Przinsky snap throw, and it guns down Devo. Przinsky threw out a runner at all 3 bases in the game. 2 batters later, Richie Sexton just 3 for 16 versus Radke, but he makes good here. His 20th. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Radke wins 6, allowed 4 runs on 9 hits. He struck out 5. Top 3-2 on for Torii Hunter. That drops in. They are going to wave Doug Mientkiewicz in Minnesota. Cuts the Brewers' lead to 3-2. Przinsky now. Runners on the corners. Big spot here. Ron Belliard smothers it. That saves a run for the Brew Crew. Bottom 8, Jeff Jenkins.
Bottom of the 8th inning.
Say hello to my little friend of Eddie Guardado. 445 feet. His 15th. Brew Crew wins 6-2. Twins had won 14 of their previous 16. The loss actually pushes Radke's career record.
He won 5 of his last 6 decisions. He gets A.J. Przinsky on a breaking ball, then gets Jacque Jones. Henry Blanco throws out Przinsky at second to end the inning in the 5th. Wright, 7 Ks in 5 innings. Wright's opponent, Eric Milton, also strong early in the 4th. Milton tells Jeff Jenkins, we'll see you later. Then Milton gets Richie Sexton, who's just looking. 6 Ks through 4 for Milton, but trouble in the 5th. Ron Belliard with a shot off Milton. A 2-run homer, Belliard 6th. Put the Brewers up 2-0. Belliard 2 for 3 in the ballgame. Wright also in trouble in the 6th. 2-0 Brewers. Bases loaded with no outs. Denny Hocking a dribbler to first. Sexton charges but loses the handle trying to get the force at home. 2-1 Brewers. Wright 3 hits and 2 runs in 6 2/3. Bottom 7. Tied at 2 for Belliard. This time down the first base line. Good for a double. Jose Hernandez in to score. 3-2 Brewers. Belliard drove in all 3 Milwaukee runs. Top of the 8th. Same score, 1 on for Corey Koskie. And he takes David Weathers somewhere he didn't want to go. 2-run shot is Koskie's 15th. Twins up 4-3. And they go on to win it 5-3. Koskie had failed to hit the ball out of the infield in his first 3 at-bats before his big homer, and afterwards said, that's baseball. But Troy Hawkins pitched the perfect 9th and picked up his 24th save in 28 chances. Twins have won 15 of their last 18.
So what Joe Mays on the mound, 3-0 with an ERA just over 2 in his last 3 outings. His first career start against the Cardinals, looking good, getting Ray Langford. Struck out the side in the first. Cardinals with 2-men aboard for Placido Polanco. Against Joe Mays, Dustin Hermanson would score on the bloop. Cards up 1-0. 3 batters later, 2-0 Cards. Albert Pujols, the All-Star, been struggling a little bit. 2-men aboard, base knock. McGuire goes to third. Polanco scores. Pujols goes into second with a double. Cardinals up 3-0. Pujols has 68 RBIs. Next batter is Ray Langford. Back through the box. McGuire scores, as does Pujols. Cards up 5-0. 38 RBIs for Langford on the season. Top 7, still 5-0 Cards. 2-men aboard. Dustin Hermanson against Matt Lawton. And getting the whiff. Hermanson, 7 innings, 4 Ks. Cards with a victory. Cards inch back to the 500 mark by handing the Twins just their 4th loss in the last 19 games. Hermanson wins for the first time in a month. He's allowed only 3 earned runs in his last 3 starts.
From AAA Memphis Friday, top 1. He rings up Denny Hawking. Next batter, Chad Allen. And Chad Allen takes this one to right, and that's where Albert Pujols is hanging out, and he's got some issues. Whack. Reaches second on the error. Next batter, Brian Buchanan, and he strikes out to end the inning. Smith struck out 4 Monday. Bottom 3, the other 21-year-old Adam Johnson, his big league debut facing Placido Polanco. Polanco. 2-run shot, his first of the year, just his 8th homer in 330 career games. Johnson worked 6 innings, allowed 3 runs on 7 hits. He struck out 5. Top 4, they're loaded, 2 out. Smith facing Luis Rivas, and Pujols, who dropped the last one, makes a great leaping catch. It's 2-1 St. Louis. Top 5, Smith versus Allen head-to-head. Fernando Vina, the diving stop. Smith allowed only 2 runs on 4 hits and 7. 3-3 in the 8th. Hector Carrasco facing Pujols, singles to center. Jim Edmonds is going to come in, and that makes it 4-3 Cardinals. Breaks up the tie game. Top 9, second and third, 1 out. Mike Timlin gets Allen to ground back to the mound, and Timlin gets the out at first. After a pitching change, Jason Christensen facing Corey Koskie, and he pops out to Edgar Renteria, and that'll do it. Cardinals win 4-3. They have won 3 straight to move a game over 500. Matt Lawton flied out as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. He is now just 1 for 18 on the first 5 games of Minnesota's 6-game trip. Twins lose for just the 5th time in 20 games.
Astro Cards up 2-1 in the 4th. Fernando Vina looking for more. The liner to center. Quentin McCracken diving but can't make the catch. Mike Matheny scores. 3-1 Cards. 2 batters later, Jim Edmonds cracks the single to right, and in comes Vina, and it's 4-1 Cards. Still 4-1 in the 5th when the weather gets nasty, and the tarp comes out. Rain delays the game for an hour and 17 minutes. In the 7th, Twins attempting a comeback. 1 on for A.J. Brzezinski. Lines 1 to center. Edmonds, the diving grab, saves a run and extra bases. That's definitely worth another look. The great catch by Edmonds. Twins still trying to rally in the 8th. Now 4-2. Chad Allen up 2 on, 2 out, and Mike Timlin gets him. Cards hold on to win 4-2. Minnesota swept by the Cardinals after winning 6 of 7 coming into the series. Doug Mientkiewicz 3 for 4 and an RBI in the loss. Darryl Kyle has won 3 of 4 decisions after dropping 3 straight starts.
SportsCenter Showcase highlight. There's Brad Radke, 5-8 lifetime against Oakland. Top first, 1 on, 1 out, and it's Jeremy Giambi's highlight. We are just lucky to be living in it. Chops one to first. Little mix-up defensively. Luis Rivas does not get over there in time to cover. 1-zip RBI for Giambi. Top second, Radke facing Ramon Hernandez. A 2-strike bunt, well played, moves the runners, and here comes Giambi again. This time with the bases loaded. 2-out knocks are clutch. Slaps the 2-run single. 3-zip A's. Radke 59 pitches through 2 innings. Top third, same score. There's Hudson. Cruising. Okay, actually, he's not wearing a beeper. Maybe he's got it by the rosin bag, but he's not. Denny Hawking, you're done. Luis Rivas, you missed. Casey Blake. Hudson strikes out the side. 5 Ks through 3 innings pitched. Top 4, still nothing A's. 2 on, 2 out. Another 2-out knock for Jeremy Giambi. Doubles down the right field line. 2 runs will score. RBIs 4 and 5 for Giambi. It was 5-zip. He'd add a 6 to tie a career high, and the A's win it easily 7.
Losses facing Oakland. Corey Koskie facing Luis Vizcaíno. That's a double. Doug Mientkiewicz would score. Brian Buchanan heading home. Buchanan would beat the throw to the plate. Koskie takes third on that throw. Koskie 3 for 6, 3 RBI. The Twins are up 7-4. Bottom 8, 2 on for Buchanan. That's a squibbler, and it gets through. Tom Prince, Luis Rivas both come in to score. It's 12-6 Minnesota. Buchanan 4 for 5, 4 RBI. It was 12-8. A's losing. Billy McMillan facing LaTroy Hawkins. McMillan, that's a rope, and he broke his bat. It's a double. Frank Menachino, Jason Giambi both scored. Giambi, by the way, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. He's hitting .328. A's within 2. But 2 batters later, Eric Chavez grounds into the 4-3 out to end the game, and the Twins hang on, pounding out a season-high 20 hits, snapping their 4-game losing streak. A pair of Twins backups, Brian Buchanan, Tom Prince, combining for 7 hits and
Game set between American League Division leaders, All-Star Joe Mays facing All-Star Mike Cameron, and let my Cameron go. Deep to left center, a two-run shot is 17th, 2-0 Mariners. Bottom 2, Seeley in a jam. 2 on, nobody out, facing Chad Allen. To short, Carlos Guillen to Brett Boone. Boone's throw pulls John Olerud off the bag. Olerud grabs the ball, coming home, nails Brian Buchanan, a 6-4-3-2 double play, your standard. Top 3, Ichiro against Mays, up the first base line. Doug Mientkiewicz diving to get Ichiro, who's 0 for 5. Mays gave up 4 runs on 9 hits and 7. Seeley in trouble in the 5th. 2 on, 2 outs. Talks with Dan Wilson, then faces Jason Maxwell and gets bailed out by Al Martin, who sticks the landing. Seeley in the 7th rings up Chad Allen. Seeley allowed 4 hits over 7 shutout innings, walked 1, struck out 5, and the Mariners win in Minnesota. Lou Piniella getting congratulations there. His 700th win as Seattle skipper. Aaron Seeley wins his 4th straight start. He does not allow a run for his 2nd consecutive outing. Twins have lost 5 of 6.
Already 1-0. Al Martin up with 2 on. And he just reaches out and sticks it into the football press box. A 3-run jack is 6th of the year. The Mariners up 4-zip after 1. Top 2, Brett Boone bidding for a base hit. Luis Rivas. And that is a shortstop's arm. Inning over. Bottom 2, 4-2 M's. Twins with the bases loaded. Denny Hocking. It's a lazy fly ball. Sleeps late, doesn't do its chores. It's lazy, I tell you. The Twins leave the bases loaded. Bottom of the 4th. They're loaded again for Hocking. And again, he goes right back to center and right back to Mike Cameron. Hocking stranded 7 lobs for Denny Hocking. Bottom 9, bring on Kaz Sasaki. His league-leading 32nd save and 36 ops. The Twins strand 14 runners as the M's win at 6-3. John Halama banished to the bullpen, gave up just 1 run in 4 1/3 to get the win. That 1 run snapped Seattle's streak of 32 1/3 shutout innings by the bullpen. The Twins are just 3-7 since the All-Star break. Could the Indians pull within 2?
Their 4-game set in Minnesota. John Olerud, that's Doug Mientkiewicz laying out in the first with 1 on and 1 out. Worth another look. Mientkiewicz, remember that gold medal winning team? Gets his man. Bottom 2, bases are loaded. 1 out, and Paul Abbott against Jacque Jones. The shallow left. Mark McLemore makes the grab and doubles up Torii Hunter. Top 5, 2-0 M's. 1 on, 1 out for Mark McLemore. Ichiro running on the play. Matt Lawton misplays it. Ichiro comes around to score. Ruled a triple for McLemore. 3-0 M's. Tough day for Lawton and the Twins as they fall to the M's by the final of 6-3. M's have won 4 straight.
Radke, he wants win number 11, matched up with Jamie Moyer. Top 3, Mark McLemore. High chopper, Radke's throw over, easy play. Ichiro scores. McLemore to 2nd, and it is 2-0 Seattle. Still top 3, Brett Boone. And Doug Mientkiewicz does this at least once a game. Saves a run, still 2-0. Top 5, Ichiro. To center, Carlos Guillen comes around, it's 3-1. Ichiro 2 for 4. Radke allowed 2 earned on 9 hits in 8 innings. Bottom 6, David Ortiz. Say hello to my little friend. Have a good trip, Mel. Upper deck is 7th, Mini within 1. Bottom 8, Chad Allen on 2nd, Corey Koskie. To center, they wave Allen. Charles Gibson's throw is going to get there first. Gibson came into the game in that inning as a defensive replacement for McLemore. Good call. Next batter with Koskie on 2nd, it's Torii Hunter. Kazuhiro Sasaki gets him. Sasaki's 33rd save and 37 chances. Mariners sweep the 4-game set. It's the Mariners' 11th season.
Scored Denny Hocking at the plate. Barry Zito on the mound. Hocking drives one deep to center. Terrence Long runs it down. We expect great catches from Terrence Long. Now top 2, 2-zip Twins. Barry Zito hits Doug Mientkiewicz with the bases loaded. 3-zip Twins. Zito only 2 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, and 5 hits allowed. Bottom 4 now. A's down 6-4. Eric Milton gives up the home run to Jason Giambi, his 23rd of the season, ties the game at 6s. Now bottom 5, still the same score. Hector Carrasco facing Eric Chavez, and a great leaping catch by Torii Hunter to rob Chavez of the home run. We take another look. Minnesota, great D, scrappy D all season. Top 8 now still tied at 6. Mark Guthrie facing Matt Lawton with runners on the corners and 1 out. Lawton grounds to Miguel Tejada, and Frank Mientkiewicz, part of the 6-4-3 inning ending DP. Now bottom 9, Terrence Long on second. Ron Gant with the chopper to third. Corey Koskie takes his eye off the ball to look back Long, and it gets away. His 8th error of the season allows Long to score, and the A's win 7-6 in the bottom of the 9th. The Twins have lost a season-high 5 straight and 9 of their last 10. Oakland's bullpen pitching 7 shutout innings, tallying 9 strikeouts as the A's improve to a Major League best 16-5 in July.
Oakland for the farmhands. Dye now reunited with left fielder Johnny Damon, who left KC for Oakland last offseason as a free agent. Here's Dye in his new cap.
I'm kind of relieved now that, you know, I finally got the rumors out the way, and I'm part of a team now, and, you know, hopefully I'm just another piece to the puzzle.
The first person I saw was Jason, and immediately commented on, you know, great trade, and as we know, he's the guy I want to make happy more than anybody here. But
I came to the ballpark today, you know, with a sense of winning in my mind, and you know, it's going to be exciting coming to the ballpark every day knowing that, you know, you're in a race for a wild card and you're trying to actually play for something.
All right, so clearly Dye made the flight. Oakland starting Wednesday 4 back of Minnesota for the wild card. Top second, no score. Runners in first and second for Jacque Jones. That goes over Terrence Long's head. Hunter will score. Matt Lawton as well. Jones with a double. Twins up 2-zip. Bottom 7, Joe Mays pitching a shutout for the Twins. Jeremy Giambi lines it right back to Mays. You're living right there. Gave him just 2 hits and an earned run in 7 2/3. Top 8. Twins still up 3-0. Runner on first. Corey Koskie singles to right field. Hey, there's Jermaine Dye coming up, throwing hard, and Doug Mientkiewicz out at third. Got him. We're going to take another look at it. Dye 0 for 3 at the plate, but playing D. And a good hose. Eric Chavez makes the tag. Dye making the immediate impact for the A's. Bottom 9, no outs. Oakland down 3-1. Troy Hawkins, Frank Mientkiewicz grounds into the 6-4-3. Mays Twins hold on to win it by a count of 3-1. Only the 6th loss in 22 games in July for the A's, so they still have the best record this month in the Bigs. Twins and a 5-game losing streak. Mays retiring the first 9 batters he faced a minimum 21 batters through 7 innings pitched, ends a personal 2-game losing streak.
Tom Prince with 2 on, a swing and a drive. A 3-run home run, his 5th of the year, 5-0 Minnesota. When you're talking Twins, it always seems you're talking defense. Bottom 4, Jason Giambi. Jacque Jones. Jacque Jones against the wall, and he hangs on. Bottom 4, Jason Giambi up, 2 on, 2 out. And he pops up. Corey Koskie at third is going to make the catch. Adam Johnson from Minnesota leaves after 5 innings. A chance for his first big league win. Top 6, all the makings. Torii Hunter to left center. Terrence Long and Johnny Damon converge. I got it, you got it, who's got it? No one's got it. It's off the wall, and here comes Hunter. A developing situation. Torii Hunter's going for an inside-the-park home run, and he's in there. His 17th home run of the year, 6-2 Minnesota. Very next batter, Jacque Jones, Terrence Long, this time able to make a great catch. And the next man up, however, is Tom Prince. Again, Prince. His 2nd home run of the game, 6th of the season, 7-2 Minnesota. And then Denny Hawking. Excuse me, John.
Need to get you a lozenge.
Need some. Johnny Damon, great catch, but Twins hold on to win by the final count of 7-4. So the 3rd Major League start for Adam Johnson gets his first Major League win, giving up 2 runs in 5 innings. Jermaine Dye 0 for 3 in his A's debut Wednesday, 1 for 4 in this one. Just Oakland's 7th loss in 23 games this month.
2-1 Mariners. A.J. Pierzynski. That's pretty high. Now has he got good aim? Yeah, stays fair. Pierzynski's 4th of the year, 3-2 Twins. Bottom 5, game tied 3-3. John Allroot. That's also got good height. No doubt about that one. Plenty fair. Old Root's 14th. M's retake the lead 5-3. Top 7-3, 7-3 M's. Brzezinski this time on the ground, and Brett Boone fields ground balls. The spin, the throw, you're out in the crowd. They like the defense there in Seattle. Hand claps for Brett Boone. Bottom 8, 8-3. Ichiro, bobblehead doll day on Saturday. And here's a treat for those in attendance. On Friday, a 6th homer. M's up 9-3. 2 batters later, Brett Boone does it with the glove, doing it with the bat. He is an all-around baseball player. He's 24th. He was 2 for 4 with 3 more ribs. An animal. M's win it 11-4. They swept the Twins 4 in the Metrodome, win this one as well. Minnehaha 3-10 in the last 13 games. For Seattle, 4 players with a home run, and they had gone 5 games without anybody hitting a home run, so that's good. Paul Abbott, 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 8-0 in his last 12 starts. That's solid.
At 11:30 last night to be among the first 20,000 to get in so they'd get a bobblehead, and we put it in the showcase. Oh, that's going to look beautiful on the mantle. Ichiro figures they went to all this trouble. The least I can do is have a great game, dropping one down. Ichiro 3 for 4. He's on in the first, and Mike Cameron is going to bring him home. Cameron's 67th RBI, the M's 3rd straight single. It's 1-zip. Top 2, 1 on, 1 out for David Ortiz against Jamie Moyer. And John Olerud starting the 3-6-3. Moyer gives up just 1 run and 6 1/3. Bottom 4, bases bloated for Ichiro. Right back through the box. That'll bring in Stan Javier and Al Martin. The M's take the 3-0 lead. 2 batters later, Brett Boone doesn't leave runners on the bases. McMahon on second and third. He sticks it into left. 96 RBIs, a new career high for Boone. He also leads the AL in that category. Bring on the suddenly unhittable Arthur Rhodes. Gets David Ortiz. And then Brian Buchanan in the 8th. Rhodes just blows away Tom Prince. And then Jason Maxwell as well. 4 straight Ks for Rhodes. He's retired 35 of the last 38 he's faced, striking out 19 of them as the M's win. Seattle a minus.
Is empty, 2 outs. Freddie Garcia. It's Denny Hawkins swinging, inning over. Bottom 5. Bases full of Mariners, 1 out. Ed Sprague for the Mariners. Boy, if Ed Sprague's working it for the Mariners, how can you beat them? 4 RBI in the game for Sprague. He had 4 RBI in the season coming in. And then here's Brett Boone against Eric Milton in the 6th. Mark McLemore scores. 6-2 Mariners. Bottom 8, Mariners not done. Bases loaded again. Nobody out. And it's Brett Boone again against LaTroy Hawkins. Base hit. 3 RBI for Boone, who now has 99 on the season. And Garcia gets a complete game victory. Milton loses his first game since May 18th. Mariners wrap up a 6-game homestand with a team record 12th sweep of the season, and the Mariners wrap up the season series with Minnesota by taking 8 of 9 by a combined score of 61-31.
To Detroit first, Alex Gonzalez facing Joe Mays. Doug Mientkiewicz cannot spell glove without the word love. And then the top of the 3rd, 2 outs. Mientkiewicz, he is a full-service ball player. His 13th of the year, and the Twins are up 1-0. Bottom 7, this play is nuts. Brad Fulmer flying to right where Brian Buchanan is playing. Brian Buchanan playing because Matt Lawton is now a Met, and he can't hold it. Fulmer going to head to second on the play. Mientkiewicz, he throws the ball away. Bounces into left where Jacque Jones makes another bad throw. Fulmer scores easily. We had a lot of throwing here and not much catching. The Blue Jays go up 2-1 and win it by a count of 3-1. The Twins miss an opportunity to catch the Indians, staying a half game back in the Central. Billy Koch pitches a hitless 9th for his Blue Jays. Hustle in, hustle out, and they did. Bottom 2nd, Carlos Delgado off Kyle Lotion. That's far. Jays lead 1-0 on Delgado's 29th. Let's look at it again because it almost breaks the windows in the restaurant. Guarantee you Loesch did not learn that from Stu Clyburn there with the new brand Rock Cats. Let's go to top 7 now. 2-0 Blue Jays, 2 on. John Chad Allen getting his house. Yeah, right now, Alex Gonzalez, the bobble, but turns the double play, and the Jays are out of trouble. Buck Martinez, he's happy. Big reason this game was over in 2 hours and 1 minute. Play faster. Billy Koch down in the 9th, looking for that 22nd save against David Ortiz. 2 outs, and now we got 3. Delgado, 3 unassisted. Blue Jays win it 3-1. Twins lose the game and lose a game. Now a game and a half back of the Indians in the Central. Roy Halladay, a run and 6 hits in 8 innings. His
Twins up 6-2 at the time. Luis Lopez, the shot. Corey Koskie, great dive, and the finish. Koskie was also 1 for 2 in this game. He's hitting .283. Reed gets out of the jam. Bobby Kielty. No doubt, his first Major League home run. Kielty was 3 for 5 with 3 RBI, 8-2 Minnesota. Bottom 4, same score. Some minor trouble for Reed. Opposite way homer, Bush. Doug Mientkiewicz diving stop and gets the lead runner at second. Twins would get out of the inning. Still 8-2, bottom 6 homer, Bush against Reed leading off. Bush robbed by a diving Denny Hocking. The Twins defense coming up large again. Twins win. Reed goes 6.
Against KC, 4-4 in the third. Roll Ibanez right back to Radke. That'll score Beltran. Royals lead 5-4. Watch it again. Radke's going to get hit on the right thumb. He would leave the game immediately. He is day to day. Top of 9 now. 6-5 Minnesota. LaTroy Hawkins in to save it, but Greg Zahn with his first homer of the year ties it at 6. Extra innings, top of the 10th. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Todd Jones in against Mark Quinn. It's a base hit to right. Alicea scores 7-6 KC. Bottom 10, men on first. Roberto Hernandez tries to save it for KC. David Ortiz, left center. D. Brown, former slam dunk champion, can't make the catch. Here comes Doug Mientkiewicz. He'll come around to tie the game at 7. 2 batters later. Watch this. Man on second, Jacque Jones, high chopper with 2 outs. Hernandez, he gets Jones out. We go to the 11th. He misses Jones. And guess what? Chad Allen never stopped running. He scores from second. Watch it again. This is how close Hernandez came. He misses Jones, who is safe, and the Twins are winners, and they're back in first place. Again, Brad Radke, you saw him leave the game in the third. X-rays on Radke's thumb were negative. That's great news for the Twins, who again, once again, in first place.
Indians loss meant the Twins could go up a game and a half in the Central with a win over the Royals. Top of the second, Eric Milton on his 26th birthday, getting some help from Torii Hunter, who robs Mike Sweeney. Take another look at it. Hunter goes a long way. Milton went 6 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, struck out 4. Bottom of the 6, 2-1 Twins. Doug Mientkiewicz leading off against Chris Wilson. Deep to right, over the hefty bag for a homer. For 14 for Mientkiewicz. He went 2 for 3. Twins up 3-1. After a Corey Koskie double, pitching coach Al Nepper comes out to talk with Wilson. I don't know what he said, but it didn't help. David Ortiz, the next batter, gone. His 8th, he was 2 for 3 with 4 RBI. Twins win it 6-2. Milton becomes the Twins' 3rd pitcher with at least
place. All is right in Minnesota, except the air conditioning broke in the Metrodome. It got up to 85 degrees, and Mike Sweeney got one up and out, his 24th home run of the season. That coming off Joe Mays in the top of the 7th. Still in the top of the 7th. Mark Quinn facing Hector Carrasco. Quinn's grounder gets past Denny Hocking at short. Raul Ibanez rounds 3rd and comes home to score. That would be Ibanez. Quinn 4 for 5, 2 RBIs, 4-1 KC. Corey Bailey facing his first batter, A.J. Przinsky. Hits it to Sweeney, who throws home. They get Jacque Jones in the rundown. You don't often see a major league team botch the rundown play, but there it is. Jones is safe, 4-2 Royals. Top 8, 5-2 KC. Sweeney facing Carrasco with 2 on and 2 out. It's another shot. 2nd home run of the game for Sweeney, who goes 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs. The kicker here is Sweeney thought he was getting a day off. He has a huge day along with Quinn. Both had 4 hits. Both were in huge slumps. Sweeney just 15 for his last 81. Quinn just 17 for his last 90. Royals had 20 hits in the game. 10th time this season in the bigs, the team has had 20-plus hits.
Twins first. Under the baggy, and this is absolutely annihilated. Juan Gonzalez, 2-run homer, his 28th of the year. It's 3-0 Indians already. Bottom of the first, 3-1 Cleveland. Chad Allen goes down swinging. Runners are going. Einar Diaz guns Corey Koskie down trying to steal 3rd, end of the first. Top 4 now. Omar Vizquel goes the other way. Diaz gets the green light. Great relay. Gets Diaz at the plate. Take another look. They practice this in spring training for a reason. Prince blocks the plate. Diaz never gets there. Bottom 4, CC Sabathia facing Corey Koskie, and this is frightening.
Wow. That's scary right there. Well,
that it is, right off the side of his ear, but he stays in the game. Top 5, 4-1 Indians. Jim Thome, an absolute moonshot. Very nearly scraped the roof. His 38th 6-1 Indians. Take another look at it afterwards. two sluggers talk it over, and Juan Gon says, I hit a few like that in my day. CeCe Sabathia leads AL rookie moundsman in virtually every statistical.
First 8 against the rival Twins with 11 more to go. Tag teaming on the SportsCenter Showcase highlight with me is Baseball Tonight's Tim Kirkchin. Ready, Tim?
We're ready.
Indians and the Twins entered Wednesday tied for first in the Central. We had no score in the top of the third. Perhaps you caught the game on ESPN. Runners on first and second for Robbie Alomar. Alomar. Contact the looper, Torii Hunter. All over it, knows what to do, throws to third. Omar Vizquel out at third, but Kenny Lofton would score 1-0. Indians. Alomar hitting .352. Jason Maxwell lays out to rob Juan Gonzalez with a web gem. Nice play by Corey Koskie's replacement, Tim.
Right, bottom of the 6th here, 1-0 still in it. Kenny Lofton had a tough night. He got a late jump on this ball. Normally Kenny Lofton catches that ball, but it drops in, and the Twins are back in this game.
Tied up at 1. Next batter, Jason Maxwell. So smooth, blooping it. This one drops in front of Lofton and takes a turf hop. Jones running all the way from first, gets the green light. Good move because he scores. Twins up 2-1.
And Linda, Kenny Lofton has to throw that ball home in the air. There's no way he should have scored from first on that ball. Todd Jones was brought in by the Twins, acquired from Detroit. Very good pitcher, has trouble against the Indians, and Will Cordero makes him pay there with a hit up the middle.
Top of the 10th, Cabrera, the bunt, Bob Wells, A.J. Pierzynski lets it drop. Tom Kelly not thrilled with that decision. Let's take another look. The old I got it, you got it thing happened, and the Twins can't afford to give the Indians another out, but they did, and it would cost them, right?
Oh, it absolutely cost him. Here's LaTroy Hawkins. He has pitched 40 2/3 innings this year and has given up 70 base runners. That is ridiculously high for a closer. Here's Juan Gonzalez with a 2-run double. 8 games this year against the Twins. Juan Gonzalez has 13 RBI.
And then Marty Cordova, another Twins killer, of course, against his ex-mates. 2 runs would score on that, and the Indians go on to crush the Minnesota Twins. More on Juan Gonzalez, who's hitting now .394 with 4 homers and 13.
Second 2-0 Indians. Chuck Finley just off the DL almost gets put back on it by Chad Allen. There were 2 runners on. Holbert Cabrera's throw comes home, and now we've got a circus. It hits Brian Buchanan, but it's not kickball, so he's not out. The ball goes in the dugout. Finley goes scrambling after it. Here comes Torii Hunter. Here comes a throw to the plate. Whee! It doesn't say Indians on their jerseys. It ought to say Chico's bail bonds because Finley's throw goes in the dugout. 3-2 Twins, 2 errors on the play. Bottom 5, David Ortiz pinch hitting for Buchanan, facing Dave Burba, now relegated to the bullpen. And here's why. Ortiz, a 3-run shot, goes upper deck. His 9th of the year. Twins lead 6-3. Top 8, 6-4 Twins, runner on second. Roberto Alomar facing Jack Crescent. Doug Mientkiewicz doing some excellent work. He flips to Crescent for the out. Mientkiewicz saves a run, still 6-4 after 8. Now, top 9. Everywhere you look in Indian. LaTroy Hawkins facing Omar Vizquel. 0-2 pitch. He doesn't swing, and he should have because it's strike 3. Twins win at 6-4 and tie the Indians for first in the American League Central. LaTroy Hawkins makes it interesting but converts his 27th save in 32 chances.
Play here. That's Aubrey Huff. Runners in the corners. Doug Mientkiewicz will run the runner back to third. That's Toby Hall. Third base is Hall's base. There's no force play. So he is safe. However, Mientkiewicz will tag Randy Wynn. Hall then leaves his bag, and Mientkiewicz tags him. Unassisted double play on the other side of the diamond. Top of 6, Corey Koskie. Runners on the corner. Wilson gets him swinging. Toby Hall, throw to second, back home. Chris Gomez gets Denny Hockey. D-Rays get out of the jam. Wilson pitched very well for the D-Rays. Meanwhile, Chris Gomez, this time with his bat. D-Rays are winners. The Twins are just 9-19 since the All-Star break. They have 3 more goes against the Rays before going to Cleveland. The Rays, the worst record in baseball, but they've won 8 of their last 15 against first-place teams.
Moving along to Tampa Bay, Twins and the Devil Rays. Bottom of the 2nd, it's 1-0 with Jared Sandberg gets on the board in the home run column for the first time in his career. First home run of Jared's career ties the game at 1, which is a score in the bottom of the 3rd. Brent Abernathy hits his 4th homer of the year. These youngsters in Tampa Bay coming alive here in August. It's 3-1 Devil Rays. Ryan Roop trying to protect that lead against Danny Hocking. Gets out of the fifth just like that, and the Rays go on to win by the final of 4-3 to win back-to-back games for the first time in over 3 weeks. The Twins slide to 9-20 since the All-Star break, which, by the way, ended 1 month ago on fighting off the surging Devil Rays. Yeah, Devil Rays up 2-1 in the sixth, 2 outs. Jared Sandberg, who's been a factor in his first week in the majors, knocks in Aubrey Huff, but Sandberg is caught off first base. All 3 outs in the inning. The Devil Rays ran into him, all on base running mistakes. But the D-Rays up 3-1. Up 3-2 in the ninth. David Ortiz against Esteban Yangares. 12th home run. 1 coming in each of the last 4 games, so we're tied at 3 in extras until the bottom of the 12th.
John Flaherty, first pitch swinging deep to left field. Way back. Going. Gone. Goodbye. Game over, and the Rays win it.
John Flaherty with the go-home run, as the Twins have clearly at their lowest point this year to date. 6 losses in their last 7 games, 9-21 since the break.
Looking good here. Doug Mientkiewicz, ring him up, sit him down. Next man up, Corey Koskie, down he goes. In the bottom of the third, the game is scoreless. Jason Tyner, Doug Mientkiewicz, the great dive, hustle into the bag, in time for the out. Bottom 5, D-Rays up 1-zip. This is Ben Grieve. He's had a rocky year, but this is going to be a home run. His 9th of the year. Tampa Bay's up 2-zip. Top 7, Beer Brott facing Jason Maxwell. He went 7 innings, struck out 7. Top 8, Twins down 5-zip. Mientkiewicz, Damian rolls. Shake, rattle, and rolls with a great catch. I had it all the way. Breaking yourself off something proper. D-Rays win at 5-1, complete a 4-game sweep. Beer Brott going 7 scoreless innings for the...
Well, there's John Rocker in to close it. That's what you think. Doug Mientkiewicz, Robbie Alomar, nice stop, the throw low. Mientkiewicz safe at first. Next batter, will Rocker unravel? Wild, all the way to the backstop. Mientkiewicz, all the way to third on the play. Smart base running by Doug Mientkiewicz. After walking another batter to put runners on the corners, manager Charlie Manuel comes out, pulls Rocker, who went just to third, allowed a hit and 2 runs, and John disgusted. Bob Wickman into pitch for the Tribe against Torii Hunter. Grounder, Omar Vizquel. The force at second. Mientkiewicz would score from third, tie game. Rocker knows what happened. He was watching. 2 batters later, runners at first and second. Denny Hocking. Up the middle, Alomar, the grab. The backhand to Vizquel. The throw, not on target. Everybody safe. Next batter, A.J. Pierzynski. Looking for space, finds it down the line, clears the bases, his only hit of the game. 3 runs come in to score. The Twins are now up 7-4. It looked good for Minnesota, right? Not quite. Bottom 9, 2 out, runner on first. LaTroy Hawkins on the mound, facing Omar Vizquel. Little O, clutch, down the line for a double. Vizquel 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, hitting .279. Kenny Lofton would score. It's now 7-5 Twins. Next batter, Robbie Alomar, been in clutch big situations before. See, that's a single. Vizquel scores. It's now 7-6 Twins. Twins coach Paul Molitor can't believe what he is seeing. Next batter, 2 outs, Juan Gonzalez. One of his 3 hits, Alomar would score. We're tied at 7. Wondering about Molitor? Stunned. Top of the 11th now, 2 outs, runner on first. Pierzynski to the hole. Alomar, the dive, makes the throw, gets the out. Bottom of the 11th, no outs. Bob Wells pitching for the Twins. Kenny Lofton. This one is deep. Off the wall. Chad Allen, twists his knee. Look at the warrior, Chad Allen, hustling to make the throw in serious pain. Lofton would end up at third. Allen, take another look, would get his right leg stuck in the grass at the Jake. He was taken off on a stretcher. He went to the hospital for x-rays. He was released. We'll know more on Wednesday about Chad Allen. The Twins once again hit by the injury bug. Still in the 11th inning with the bags full, Juan Gonzalez. Over the head of Jacque Jones. 106 RBIs for Juan Gonzalez this year. He's hitting .345, and the Indians come back. Just reported Torii Hunter facing Chuck Finley, looking to be healthy. Omar Vizquel, the flip to second for Juan. Roberto Alomar. It's simple, DP. So goes the Twins' threat. Bottom second, 2 on, Kenny Lofton. The red-hot Kenny Lofton against the slumping Joe Mays. Crushed it for his 8th home run of the year. Lofton 4 for 5, 4 RBI. Top of the third, Alomar and Vizquel hook up again. Luis Rivas, Alomar the flip to Little O, the double play. Next batter's John Barnes. In the hole, Vizquel diving stop, the throw to first in time for the out. Ends the inning. Bottom 3, 1 on for Jim Thome. See ya. 40th home run of the year. That one off of Mays. It's 5-0 Cleveland. Top of the 5th, Twins down 5-2, 2 on, 1 on Doug Mientkiewicz. The looper, Marty Cordova. Great diving catch. That's a web gem. Take another look. Sweet extension, great grab. Cordova and the Indians see their lead grow to 3.5 games over the Twins. 8-2 the final. That's 6 straight losses for the Twins. They're leading the Central to 4.5. And Jim Thome, oh, for the love of elevation, a 2-run home run, his 41st of the year, 3-1 Cleveland. Bottom 6 save score, Kenny Lofton facing Adam Johnson. Lofton the bunt. Corey Koskie, sweet play for the out at first, but wait a minute. Lofton is going to have words for first baseman Doug Mientkiewicz. Lofton accusing Mientkiewicz of hogging the base path. Lofton would say later, he's got to get out of the way. He stands over the base and you can't see it. Both dugouts would clear as the 2 players have words. No one is ejected, but we're going to show you again. Lofton is actually running inside the base path where he isn't supposed to be, so it's Lofton that's actually in the wrong. 2 batters later, it's all right. For Jim Thome, again, another 2-run shot. The strength out of this guy, the opposite way. He ties the franchise mark with 42 homers in a season by a lefty. Hal Trotsky pulled it off in 1936 for this Indians franchise. Roberto.
The DL before the game and starting a short. Top 3, Rick Reed issues. Plunks Randy Wynn. 3 batters later, he drills Chris Gomez. That loads the bases. Reed hit 3 guys Friday. Next up, John Flaherty. This is going to be over the head of Torii Hunter. It hops in there for a ground rule double. 2-run score, 6-0 Devil Rays. The wheels are off in Minnie. And Rick Reed, he's up on blocks too. 2 1/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, ugly. Devil Rays win 9-4. Twins have lost 8 in a row. Tampa Bay, the major's worst team, is 5-0 against the Twins this.
Minnesota hoping to solve the curse of the Devil Rays. Kirby Puckett throwing out the first pitch to former manager Tom Kelly. Kelly could use K-Puck right now. His team had lost 8 straight. Bottom 4th, Corey Koskie at the plate. Jason Tyner, do you love him? Great sliding catch. He's also 2 for 4 at the plate. Bottom 8th, Twins up 4-1. Koskie up again and takes Tyner out of the equation. Also takes Esteban Yan out of the park. 2-run shot, second of the game. He had 4 RBIs. Twins up 6-1. Rays cut it to 6-3 with bases loaded, 2 outs for Tyner. Grounder. Luis Rivas, nice stop, but Tyner beats it out. Run scores. D-Rays down 6-4. Next batter, Brett Abernathy. You got to swing if it's close on 3-2. He doesn't, and he's gone. Twins win at 6-4. Brian Buchanan also going baggy in his 4 for 4 night as the Twins end their losing streak.
Out in a summer deep freeze. Top 4, no score. Brad Fulmer. Got a couple men on, and everybody gets to walk home. Baggies, 16th of the season for Fulmer, 3-0 Toronto. Bottom 9 still 3-zip. 1 on, 1 out for Cristian Guzmán. That one's off Kelvin Escobar. Jacque Jones will score. Twins cut the lead to 3-1. A couple batters later. Still just 1 out. Now 2 on. Billy Koch facing Corey Koskie. Yeah, we're going to play a little more baseball. Koskie, a little bingo. Guzmán scores. Twins cut it to 3-2. Next batter, Torii Hunter. Koch, the gas. Oh, the hook. 1 out away from the save. Next batter, David Ortiz. There he is. You can see he's got a bat. Bat on ball, but Homer Bush is there over to first. Well played. Blue Jays hold on to win it 3-2. Fulmer's 1 swing holds up. Twins lose their 10th in 11 games and are now just 5 games over 500. Kelvin Escobar moved into the starting rotation last month. 8 1/3 scoreless before getting charged with 2 there in the 9th. Wins his 3rd straight. Joe Mays, a 5-hitter, but loses. Blue Jays Twins. Minnesota sliding down an icy hill. Can't get back up. Brad Radke back on the hill. First time since August 3rd. But in the bottom 5th, Brandon Leone pitching to Jacque Jones. How about Jose Cruz Jr.? Nice catch. Well, now our boy Radke left with a lead after 5, and then Jack Cresson came in and gave up a home run to Shannon Stewart. Makes it 5-4. Next batter, Carlos Delgado. And Cresson, who had allowed only 2 homers in 47 innings before Tuesday, has now allowed back-to-back homers. Delgado's 36th. Game tied at 5, and the very next batter, it's a triple oofda. Back-to-back-to-back homers. Mondesi's 22nd. It's the fourth time in the Jays' 25-year history they have hit 3 consecutive home runs, and that would power them to a 7-5 win. Radke comes off the DL with a thumb injury, throws pretty well, 6 hits, 3 runs in 5 innings, but then watches it all get blowed up. Updating your Twins post-All-Star break losing skid.
Twins have lost 14 of 17, last of 4 with Toronto. That, though, Rick Reed is coming over from the Mets, 1-2 with a 7.45 ERA. There's Jose Cruz Jr. leading off, and oh, that's gotta hurt the way he envisioned it. Bottom of the first, 3-1 Twins. Esteban Loaiza to Brian Buchanan. Buchanan crushes this. 2-run shot. Twins take a 5-1 lead. Top of the 6th, Reed settled down. He struck him out. He goes 7. The 4 hits, just 1 run. It was on that first home run, the first man he faced, and the Twins snapped 3-game losing streak. Rick Reed, strongest outing of the year for the Twins. First career win at the Metrodome. Jose Cruz Jr. his 11th home run of the month to lead off the...
Under 500, over 500 as they host the Blue Jays. Roy Halladay, 0-7, last 15 road starts and 12 relief appearances dating back to '99. Has a chance to win one here. Top of the 6th, still 2-1, 1 on. Tom Kelly wants to turn around Felipe Lopez. He's a switch hitter. Kyle Loesch out. Here comes Travis Miller. And oh, he's out. Travis. And he didn't want to do that. Felipe Lopez's first major league home run. Twins are 5-17 since they traded Matt Lawton. Just 4 games over 500 now.
Twins 6.5 back in the AL Central, coming into Kansas City Friday. Bottom one, Eric Milton has issues. Milton notices, hey, my belt buckle is broken. Dude, I need a new belt. So manager Tom Kelly gives him his. That's the kind of sportsmanship we're looking for, but Kelly needs that Jethro Bodine rope belt. Bottom 5, Donnie Sadler. Right side, Doug Mientkiewicz, full extension. Milton hustling over there with his new belt, takes the flip, and the Indians, or the Twins, excuse me, win 9-3. Twins win for just the 3rd time in 15 games as they try and catch the Tribe. Eric Milton 3-0 against the Royals this season and 9-2 versus Kansas City in his career. Chad Durbin drops to 7-13. He's won only 1 since June 28th. That's a span of 10 starts.
Blue Jays. Corey Koskie facing Chris Wilson with 2 outs, and Koskie gets the better of that battle. Solo home run number 21 on the year for him. Twins up 7-0. How about Joe Mays in this one, Rob?
Oh, Joe Mays is dealing in this clip right here. Watch this. You got to be locked in. Strike 1. Strike 2. Strike 3. Well, maybe not. But he throws 3 strikes in a row.
That's always a good thing. That's Torii Hunter running it down, helping Mays out right.
Getting focused, coming off the win. Facing the Rangers and A-Rod. Peter.
Rick Reed has really been struggling a little bit with his control. You see that good breaking ball, 2 good breaking balls to A-Rod. But then he gets a fastball up all over the plate, and he drills it. 40th homer of the season, 4 straight years, 40 home runs. What's going to happen when he starts to grow up?
When he matures? Oh, man.
He's only the 9th player to ever do that. A-Rod's next at bat in the 3rd.
Over 500.
Reed leaves a fastball over the plate. A-Rod hammers that. They'll have to deal with a ground rule double, though. Reed lasted just 3 innings in this one. Bottom of the 3rd, Rangers up 5-0. With a man on second, Darren Oliver to Cristian Guzmán. And Guzmán goes down to get it, and Tom Prince comes around to score, making it 5-1. Next batter, Oliver drills Doug Mientkiewicz in the back. Oliver yelling. And Mientkiewicz has a couple of words, and here come the benches. Everybody out.
He had brushed Mientkiewicz back earlier, and he said, that's twice, and Oliver said, you want me? Come get me.
No punches thrown. Oliver gets Corey Koskie to end the inning. Top line is 10-1. Travis Miller against Gabe Kapler in the drive to center. Torii Hunter going back, and a tremendous catch. A 4-glover, maybe, we'll see.
That guy is such a phenomenal center fielder. I mean, he is the one person that could take a Gold Glove away from Mike Cameron.
7 games, but may stay within sight of the lead in the Central wild card race. And here, Bugs Rodriguez on Eric Milton, and away we go. 25th of the year. It's a 3-1 game. 3 men later. No Hasselman, fly ball, and look at Dustin Ward, sliding catch.
Good defense. First major league game for Dustin Ward. Who knew? Bottom of the fifth. Ward at bat, 2-man. How many times have you seen it? Ward score. First major league hit.
Give me the ball.
Yeah, save that, please. 7-1 in the eighth. Ruben Sierra against everyday Eddie Guardado, and Sierra driving in 2. And now it's 8-6. We got a ball game. Next man up, Gabe Kapler against Todd Jones, brought in. Smoked. Look out. That's down the line. And now we got an 8-7 game. Top of the ninth. Now it's 10-7. A little insurance, but it wouldn't be enough. A-Rod. This with Jones still in. Deep and baggy. Then relay, and it's bobbled. One wheel comes off. Randy Velarde will score. In comes LaTroy Hawkins now. Can he close it out? 2 on for Pudge. Ivan Rodriguez, Chopper, high hardwood. Cristian Guzmán running hard, side armor, and he's got him. And they survive. That was close. Twins. And to the Twins, Rangers and Twins. Joe Mays on, but in trouble here. Rafael Palmeiro back up the middle base hit. 1 run to score. 2-0 Texas, and it'll get worse from there. Aaron Mayette on the hill, and he's sharp again.
Yeah, they're looking for young pitching here to try to bolster this team. You know, they went for all their hitting, and it hasn't worked very well. Mayette has pitched pretty well this year. He's shown some pretty good curveball and a live fastball that he just rises up through the zone. Rangers have some pitching help along the way, but it's mostly in the low minor leagues.
Bill Hasselman on Eddie Guardado. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. First home run of the year. Hasselman did get a nice trot out of that.
Benji Gil facing the Twins for the first time since May. Let's flash back to May 31st. Gil sliding hard into second, trying to break up the double play. Luis Rivas would be hurt on the plate. Rivas would end up sitting out 3 games with an injured knee. Now back to Friday's game. Gil's first at bat, top of the second. Brad Radke throws an intentional wild pitch behind him, just misses him. Molina will advance to second. Gil would end up walking. Bottom 2, A.J. Pierzynski. Is there any doubt? 6th home run of the year, and the Twins win. Twins win for the 5th time in the last 7 and move to within 5.5 games of Cleveland in the Central. Corey Koskie, 2 for 3, home run number 23.
Twins trying to stay within sniffing distance of the Tribe, hosting the Angels. Top 1, Troy Glaus is 36th, just 11 for his previous 71. But check out the fan leaping the row of seats to get the souvenir. This is sweet. Nice job. Top 9, tied at 9. Got to get a new shirt, though. Glaus facing LaTroy Hawkins. I didn't know they had deadheads out there in Minnesota. Off the wall and right, ends up on second with a double. Darren Erstad scores. Angels go up 10-9, and after scoring just 2 runs in their previous 20 innings, the Angels scored in each of the first 5 innings Saturday.
Here we go, Minnesota and Texas. LaTroy Hawkins, I mean, that just buries you. He came in with a 5-4 lead, and Gabe Kapler stung him. Ruben Sierra's a hero. Ruben Sierra is a hero as Hawkins checks out. They're mobbing him because Sierra touched home and Kapler got a big high five, 6-5. You almost just wonder what happened to the Twins. People said they're now a bad team. This is not a bad baseball team, is it?
No, it's not a bad team. It just, 3 words, Matt Lawton trade.
I think they also have got to take something out of this and put it together.
Top 6, Cristian Guzmán is cool as the other side of the pillow. 2-run shot is 9th of the year. 8-2 Twins. They win it 12-2. Guzmán was all of that, 4 for 5 in the game.
Rangers, welcome to Frank Catalanato's world. Guy's trying to qualify for a batting title. Needed 3 at-bats. He gets one there and gets a base hit. His average is up to 345. We like to call this chasing Ichiro, who leads the AL at 349. Bottom second, Catalanato. Now not gonna get a base hit. He's gonna get the at-bat. Back down to 344, 5 points behind Ichiro. Bottom 5th, Catalanato, oh boy. Torii Hunter took away a lot of base hits for the Twins out in center. He's qualified at 344 and then would finish 1 for 4 at 343. A-Rod in the 5th off Brad Radke, untying a 3-3 game with his 42nd homer of the year, tying a career high and matching his AL record for shortstops at 42. Rangers win it 4-3. Rangers sending Twins 7 back of Cleveland. Match
going to right, and Denny Hawking is going over the wall. This is like Jim Pigpen Dwyer at Fenway in '78. So home run is 13th. 16-year-old Mike Rose of Bayville, New Jersey, gets a picture. But Rose said afterward, the guy behind me got the ball. We're tied at 1. Same inning, 3-1 Angels. Garrett Anderson past Luis Rivas. Jose Fernandez scores, and the Angels win 7-1. Ramon Ortiz gets his first win since August 17th. He's 12-8. That's a career high for wins. Twins stay 7 games behind Cleveland in this.
Promise, full highlights, Twins and the Angels. Dave Winfield being honored by the Angels before the game. Winfield, of course, into the Hall of Fame. Bottom 1, no scorer, David Eckstein facing Rick Reed. Luis Rivas has some issues, cannot handle it. Next man up, the ball. Garrett Anderson. Jacque Jones. Got a little bit of a late start and cannot come up with it. Next man up is Troy Gloss. And Gloss is going to go the other way for a base hit. That scores a run. Angels now up by the score of 1-0. Next man after that is Scott Spezio. Popping it up, A.J. Przinsky, Corey Koskie.
Who's got it? You take it.
I got it. Who's got it? No one's got it. So the next pitch.
Oh, no.
Guess what? Popped up again. Koskie wants no part of it. He says, A.J., you take it. He makes the play. Top 4, it's 2-1. Bases loaded for Koskie. Facing Pat Rapp. He's now 7 for 10 with 18 RBIs with the bases loaded this season. That's a grand slam. 25th home run of the year, second granny of his career. Twins up 6-1. And now 6-4. Scott Spezio going down on strikes. And
Late in the bottom of the first, and he is caught looking. Milton strikes out 5 of the first 6 in the game. Let's go to the 4th. Jared Washburn to Torii Hunter to center field. The top of the 4th inning lasted 1 minute and 55 seconds. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th. Because Salmon shoots one down to Corey Koskie. Mientkiewicz with a pick. That's why he's on Harold's Gold Glove team.
And Koskie could have very easily gotten there, too. Scott Rowland is that good.
There's Jose Fernandez to center. Torii Hunter making a catch, out number 2. And then the 3rd out. So a $155, top 4, 202, bottom 4. How good is that? Woohoo. Not good if you're in the bathroom. However, the game lasted only 2 hours and 39 minutes, and the Twins win it by a score of 3-0. Eric Milton, very good outing.
Roger Cedeno against Joe Mays. The speedy Cedeno rips it to Luis Rivas, who nails Cedeno. Top 9, Torii Hunter leading off in a 2-2 game. Hunter rips this one to center field in cavernous Comerica. The ball will roll, and the runner will run. Hunter winds all the way up on 3rd. He's scoring a sac fly that we just don't really care to show you. 3-2 is the final.
None of us will ever forget this day, yet we go forward to defend freedom and all that is good and just in our world.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
Stirring words from Jack Buck. Glad to have you with us on SportsCenter along with Steve Berthium. I'm Reese Davis. The president urged us to return to work, and that is what baseball did. We will follow suit by bringing you news from the games that have become part of our culture.
That's right. For the first time in a week Monday, fans poured into 6 National League parks in the U.S. and Canada. But before they could get to the turnstile, security checks, even for the players. That's what the Mets' Jay Payton found out at PNC Park in Pittsburgh on Monday. The Riverwalk at PNC Park closed for security purposes. Getting in and out was not normally as easily as it usually is, and that's probably going to be the case in America everywhere you go these days. In Los Angeles, bomb-sniffing dogs patrolled Dodger Stadium hours before the game. Fans' bags inspected at the gates. No metal detectors were used anywhere on Monday. In Montreal, a high and visible security presence at Olympic Stadium. Guards checking bags before fans could enter. No coolers or backpacks allowed anywhere on Monday. And in St. Louis, where we saw Jack Buck so movingly speak before the game, away to enter Busch Stadium, officers again collected donations to help the cause in New York City.
And once those fans entered the stadium, many moving tributes in St. Louis. The city's firefighters and police departments on the field prior to game to honor their brethren in New York. Even the bases showed the stars and stripes. Emotion was evident everywhere you looked on the faces of the players, certainly of the firemen who were along to watch, thinking of people who gave their lives and fought so valiantly in New York City and in Washington. In Montreal, the Marlins and Expos displayed American pride. Charles Johnson holding the American flag, and in Philadelphia, the flag flying at half-staff. Phillies manager Larry Bowa showing his emotion as the Phillies stand at attention, their hats over their hearts. In Pittsburgh, the Mets marched onto the field not wearing the traditional NY cap, but those paying tribute to those from New York, from the rescue, police, and fire departments. Players obviously moved by tragedy that happened in their backyard. In Denver, Curt Schilling, who wrote such a moving letter to America, he called it, to the people who had given their lives to try to save others, had a message on his hat, and both teams held the American flag in the middle of Coors Field. Baseball back to work, but certainly the tragedy on its mind.
The freedom our country stands for. Twins coach Paul Molitor singing the national anthem. Top of the 4th, on the mound for Minnesota, Brad Radke against Bobby Higginson with the Twins up 5-0. Cristian Guzmán, great play to keep Radke perfect through 4. Top of the 7th with Damian Easley up. Radke still perfect. The bouncer to 3rd, Corey Koskie, would come up throwing. The throw, perfect game is over. But Brad Radke still has a no-hitter. 2 batters later, Radke would be facing Rob Thicke. Got a bat on it. Still in the park. Radke with a no-no through 7. Top of the 8th, Radke with a no-hitter facing Shane Halder. It's over. The no-no, that is. Home run for Halter. Radke does get his 13th win. It was the Twins win. Just under 11,000 at the Metrodome to see Brad Radke come close to making history. Twins pounding out 18 hits and remain 6 back as Central leading Cleveland. For what it's worth, of the 16 perfect games pitched in Major League history, that Twins and Tigers, Detroit up 2-0. Runners at the corners, Eric Milton, Tony Clark, who was 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Brian Buchanan lays out but can't make the catch. Jose Macias would score. Damian Easley beats the throw home. Clark ends up with a triple. It's 4-0 Detroit. It was 4-1, top of the 5th. Milton still on the mound facing Bobby Higginson. Higgs, 14th home run of the year, 2nd of the night. Higginson 2 for 4 in this game, 2 RBI. He's hitting .278, and Tigers and the Twins win streak at 4. Twins falling 7 games behind Cleveland. Out Simon. Pulling one. Luis Rivas with a slide and a nice play. Twins defense helping Mays out. Twins up 3-0. Mays 101st pitch. Damian Easley. He was 0 for 4. Only 6 hits by the Tigers, and Mays looks for the shutout. Still 3-0. Bobby Higginson, opposite way, sharp grounder. Cristian Guzmán. You know, the Twins have been doing that all year. The great defense. 1 out. Next batter. Simon is just like waving hello or goodbye. Mays with his 5th K of the game. I'll tell you, if Joe Mays only pitched against the Tigers, he'd be giving Roger Clemens some competition for that Cy Young this year. Mays is now 5-0 in 5 starts against Detroit this year. Tough luck loser, Jose Lima. He allowed just 1 earned run over 7 2/3. His record now, 4-8.
Sabathia looking for a 16th win. Walks Brian Buchanan and then Corey Koskie. Sabathia rusty, working on 11 days rest. Next up, Torii Hunter, and he burns him. A 3-run shot is 25th. 3-0 Twins. Sabathia 5 2/3, gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. He's still in there in the third. Doug Mientkiewicz on second, Buchanan on first, and Sabathia with more control issues walks Koskie to load him up. For the next batter, it's Hunter again, and he walks him, forcing in Mientkiewicz. 4-0 Twins. Sabathia tied a season high with 5 walks Friday. Bottom 6, Bobby Kilty facing Sabathia, and he kilties it. His second of the year. See you later. Twins win 6-2 behind Rick Reed, who wins consecutive starts for the first time since coming over to Minnesota. Twins cut Cleveland's.
Tonight, the Indians and the Twins. Charlie Manuel observing the moment of silence before the game. Kenny Lofton having some problems here, Brian, with his footwork.
Well, let's take a look at Radke's throwing to Kenny Lofton. He has that little leg kick. You see, gonna lift that front leg, and Radke gets him, kind of catches him off balance, kind of swinging, kind of funky there. Now in the 5th inning, he gets it started a little bit sooner. Watch that leg go up, and it's right on time. And timing, got it down, base hit to right field.
So Cleveland's up 1-0. Bottom 5, A.J. Brzezinski's on second. Luis Rivas, that's a base hit. And the game is now tied at 2 runs apiece. In between the 5th and the 6th, Jacque Jones asking Jim Thome, hey, man, how you hit all those home runs? Thome says, this is how I do it. 48. That's now #1 of the American League. 1 more than A-Rod. Jones says, you know, you told me how to do that.
You know, the Twins are required by law to have 3 web gems a game, and here they are. Holbert Cabrera to Rivas. Tremendous play there. Now, Kenny Lofton's going to try and get one past Jacque Jones. I think not. Beautiful running catch. And now Omar Vizquel, robbed by Doug Mientkiewicz, maybe your AL Gold Glove winner at first base.
What's a web jam without Roberto Alomar and Omar Vizquel? Brzezinski to second, Alomar to Vizquel. Like ballet over there at second base.
This isn't a double play combination. This is the Bolshoi.
With Vizquel, that was sensational. 2 out.
Into the Bolshoi lately?
I'm still amazed at looking at that.
Alomar against Eric Milton. 3-2-1 liftoff. That's a 2-run shot. Alomar's 19th of the year. And the Indians are up by a score of 2-0. In the 4th now, 2-1 Tribes. Ellis Burks. He lofted, and Holbert Cabrera had to run 50 yards in the rain because they were not allowed any closer in the cab they took to the ballpark on Saturday. 2-run shot there for Burks. It's 4-1, 26 home run. And Mr. September, Chuck Finley.
Well, you know, it was a matter of time. If Chuck was healthy, this is what the Indians expected from this guy. He hasn't put up the numbers he has throughout his career if he can't do it. Great split. Super off-speed stuff. As you see the counts at 0-2, 1-2, he gets ahead of the hitters. Very dangerous pitcher. And when Chuck Finley is on, look out, because you're talking about those 1-2 pitching duels. If you get Finley and you maybe get Sabathia and Cologne, Indians are right there. Very tough. Nice catch right there by Cordova, the left fielder.
It's 4-2 Indians. Guzmán to third. John McDonald with a diving stop to throw over to hats off to Jim Thome in time, and the Indians win it by a final score of 4-2. You see now their lead over the Twins in the Central is 7 games.
The first, Rick Reed against Ray Durham. Ray Durham puts that into left center. This is Torii Hunter on the run.
Played outstanding center field the entire year.
He's going to win a Gold Glove. Deservedly so. Look at that. Tremendous.
Full extension.
Here's a 3-0 ball game in the 5th. Hunter, not getting that over his head. That's for Durham with 2 men on. 2 runs will score. White Sox make it a 3-2 ball game. White Sox up 5-3. Here comes that man again. The old Musial thing. Durham with men on. Drives this, drives another run. Durham 2 for 4, 3 RBIs.
Should have been 3 for 4.
Absolutely, that's with being. And the White Sox. White Sox try to tie up Minnesota after all they've been through this year. Carlos Lee crunching that on Brad Radke. Lee with 23 on the year. Yes! Radke gone after 4 innings. Royce Clayton here in the 6th. Inside out. Matt LaCroix is here, and look out. Oh, I know, I'm waiting for some blood or something. Watch what LaCroix does to the camera.
Take a look at that head. There's no way you can hurt that head.
I guess not.
That's a catcher too, Mike, right?
We always say, you know, scary moment.
Look at that.
Scary moment for the camera.
Look at that.
Is back in. I think the camera done for the night. Harold Baines pinch hitting in the bottom of the 7th. More than likely expected his last at bat at Comiskey as a White Sox player. He began his career, as we go way back in time. It's back in the day, 1980.
He's got a beautiful swing. His number has already been retired by the White Sox, one of the greatest players in the history of the club.
And today, pinch hitting Kyle Osh. The high strike zone got him.
And that may be his final at-bat as a White Sox at Comiskey, but let's hope it's not his final at-bat of his career. Let's hope he plays next year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Needs 134 hits to get to 3,000, but he only has 11 hits this year. We expected really, you know, this year and next year he could probably get that done. Chicago.
All right, the Yanks, of course, have won the AL East. The Indians are about to win the AL Central. There's Jim Thome striking out for the 175th time this year. AL record's 186. Rob Deere. Eric Milton pitching well. So is C.C. Sabathia. 11 Ks against the Twins. Tom Prince went down there. Still no score in the 8th. Danny Baez facing Torii Hunter. Baez gets it, but then throws it away by Jim Thome. Cristian Guzmán scores. David Ortiz will try to do the same, but Thome will throw him out. 1-0 Twins. Bottom 9, same score. Can the Twins hold on? Eddie Guardado facing Eider Diaz. Luis Rivas, Cristian Guzmán. Inadvertent in-game leapfrog actions. Both would be okay. That's visually pleasing. Not for the players. Twins are winners. Indian magic number remains 3. It'll be Joe Mays against Chuck Finley on Saturday.
All right, Minnesota, Cleveland, last chance for the Twins against Bartolo Colon. He's gone 8 in each of his last 2 starts, and that is gas. Bases loaded. Didn't get out of this jam. Oh, he did, because Russell, home run hitting Brandon, makes a great catch.
That's how hard he was throwing. That bat was sawed in half.
Hats off. 49th of the year. Cleveland is up 2-zip on Tome's big fly. Bottom 5, 4-zip, 1 on Ellis Burks. Ding dong, the pitch is dead. Off Travis Miller, 27th home run of the year. They're up by a half dozen. To the 9th, 2 down, Bobby Wickman, Luis Rivas. It's all over for the celebration. The Indians clinch the Central, 6th time in 7 years, and a championship flag gets raised. Last year, remember, Cleveland struggled against the Central. This year alone, they beat the Twins 14 times. The men
Cleveland, but you can't blame it on the Twins defense. Solid all season long. Shane Halter up the middle. Cristian Guzmán to Luis Rivas, who throws it to Michael Kadire. 6-4-3 double play. Bottom 7, Tigers down 4-0. Randall Simon, Guzmán backhanded. Long throw out at first. Next batter, Halter to Rivas. Off his mitt, but he recovers and then makes the play to get Halter. Brad Radke, by the way, 3 hits in 9 innings, 1 strikeout. 5-0 to 5. 1-0 Tigers. Johnson Camp person. 2 outs. Runner on 3rd. Cristian Guzmán. Davy Cruz. The throw to 1st. Guzmán beats it with a head-first slide. Dustin Moore scores on the play. We're tied at 1. But what about Guzmán? He's hurt. As you take another look, you can see why. It's a separated left shoulder. He's done for the year, which is just a few games left anyway. Tied at 5. Bottom 5. Davy Cruz. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Down the line it goes. Randall Simon. Shane Halter would score. Cruz 2 for 3. 3 RBI hitting 258. Tigers go on to win 9-5.